pre-roll going. And then we're going to get everything started. Evening, everybody. Airtime, 60 seconds. Mark, hang tight. Evening, everybody. Let me tell you something. Today is crazy, man. Today's crazy, bro. How you doing, Griff? What's up, baby?
Hi, sleepy kitty. Little kitty's awake.
Listen. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. My name is DJ. That's Griffin. He calls me a few minutes ago. Now, listen, I'm going to just tell you right here and right now that... Oh, my chair's off center. Okay. I'm going to tell you right here and now, okay, that I wasn't honest with you on the phone, Griffin.
Really?
Yeah. I was in a haze, and I just went with... I don't know what my brain was saying. I told Griffin I had a headache. I had a migraine.
You had one of those Monster Energy drinks, didn't you? That's what happens to your brain when you have the unpure energy.
No, unpure energy. When you have that not from concentrate nuclear plutonium, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's bull crap.
Yeah, no. So no, that wasn't it at all.
Okay.
I was sick. I got to be honest with you. I don't know why I said that I said, because it wasn't really a headache. I do have a little bit of a headache, but that wasn't what happened. So let me just tell you, yesterday is Monday. I go to work and I'm working. Then I come home from work, and for dinner,
as you do at work.
Yeah. Can you guys tell I'm hazy and I'm not really quite with it? Okay. So, no, yesterday then, before I come out here and go on the air, I have a little bit of food. And it was a little leftover tray that one of my coworkers made for me. She's very sweet.
Oh.
She's very kind. But she doesn't cook a lot. And she had this leftover, and she was like, "Hey, do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably not going to eat it, because I was looking at it, and I'm probably not going to eat it. But it was fine.
Did you get cat poisoned?
So I ate it, and for like the last 15 hours, I have done nothing but sit in the bathroom with crampies, like stomach crampies, like period cramps, guys. Like I had somebody ask me today, how do you know what a period cramp feels like? I'm like, well, I have lived with a woman. I've heard all the excruciatingly descriptive details. That's what it feels like. All right, that's what it feels like. I've been in.
They normally. I'll give you a tip of the day. I know that you're currently a single man. They normally don't like it when we make comparisons to their feelings and their pains.
No, and I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, like, this is kind of the way it's been described, right? Is like this is what it kind of feels like, based on the way it was always described to me. I feel like this is the one time in my life that I might experience the type of comparative pain that the most beautiful and strong and powerful cornerstone gender of our society has to deal with on a very routine basis.
Yes, that's
what I'm saying, and it's been killing me. So I go to work today, all right, and I'm dying. I'm going to work. I'm dying. I have a haircut at 3:00, which, by the way, you like my new do?
Oh, it's nice.
So I go get my haircut, and then I'm just like, I'm not going back to work. I'm not going back to work. I came home.
You've had enough.
I came back home. So I got home about an hour and a half earlier than normal, which is great. Okay? It's actually really nice. Got home an hour and a half earlier than normal. I went straight into the bathroom, hung out there for 15 minutes, and then I don't remember what else happened. I think
Did you
I laid
fall
down.
asleep on the toilet?
No, I think I must have laid down in the bed. Hey, thanks, man. Thank you. I must have laid down in the bed.
And the next thing you know, I called you?
The next thing I know, Griffin's on the phone, and I'm like, I think I'm pregnant.
In the middle of a fever dream.
Yeah, in the middle of a fever dream, I'm like, I think I'm pregnant. So
luckily for all of us, I was able to talk him out of falling back to sleep and getting his kitty cat ass out to the burned down studio.
I did want to go back to sleep because then I got up. I got up. I made myself a little bowl of bibimbap. Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then went to the bathroom again for a few more minutes because I'm still on my period. And then
there's no more of those leftovers in there, is there?
No.
Okay, good.
And now I'm out here. And I'm going to tell you. Hey, Lost In, thank you. Yeah, Lost In is throwing up. I'm going to tell you right now. We have a great panel tonight. Matters is here. Putz is here. Tarpy is here. Tarkin is here. Even Jules Verne. And because she's not muted, I hear her now. I hit the button. Good evening, Tarpy.
Oh, perfect. She was muted.
She was. Uh-huh. I'm regretting my life decisions.
You're talking about what exactly?
My period cramps.
Tarpy has some things to say about your commentary.
If I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? You, ladies and gentlemen, even popping his head out of retirement today to laugh and make fun at my despair. All right, I even call him earlier today. I'm like, Bubba, I need a little bit of help. I need a little bit of guidance. I need a little bit of that Bubba wisdom. Because Scopely has yet again.
You are wrong. Just sit down and be wrong. You are wrong.
And that was the end of the phone call.
And that was it. That's all he had to say. And that was it. And yet again, all right, I call Bubba and I say, Bubba.
Yay, bugs.
Scopely has yet again dropped another nuke into their pocket and let it go off and have not said a word. They're like,
I am so positive. I'm full of positive energy.
Scopely is like Humpy Turtle, Tarpy. All right.
Ooh.
Scopely is like Humpy Turtle. Okay? They come out, they do their thing, whatever, okay? That's fine. And as soon as anything happens that might get a little bit, they get a little bit startled. They get a little bit there's so many Humpy Turtles. They get a little bit startled. They just regress into their shell and they say and do nothing. All right. There it is.
We should start the story at the beginning, right? So you and I are what we'll call friends. Yes.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's using the term very loosely, but we'll allow it.
Oh my goodness, Lost In. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. I mean, what you want to call us coworkers? Is that what you want to call us?
No. That's much better than Uppy Turtle. All right. Here's what I'm going to say.
What happens is his friends don't necessarily have to talk to each other every day. We'll text occasionally, we'll message occasionally. Every once in a while we talk about this show we're supposed to be doing. But I reached out to you this morning and said, hey, can we talk on the phone? I'm on my way to work.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm trying to get out the door too, so okay. So eventually we're talking on the phone. We're talking most of my way into work. You're on your way into work. We finished that conversation. I'll let you decide whenever you want to talk about that conversation. It doesn't have to be right now. It shouldn't be right now, but you can talk about that later. And so I get into work and I'm like, okay, well, I've had my monthly conversation with DJ. I'm not going to hear from him again until maybe like the morning of the next time we're going to do our podcast together, right? So I go about my day, go to work, have a doctor's appointment, get to the doctor's office, and I pick up my phone and it's ringing and it's DJ. And I'm like,
uh-oh.
Well, this can't be good.
No good.
I don't know what this is, but it can't be good because 2 times in one day, that's like a record of some kind.
Unheard of.
Unheard of.
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
I am trying to turn Bubba up. He's actually at 190%. I think his volume is down a little bit. Are you on your PC?
Oh, man. I am on my
Are you
PC.
on speaker?
I'm not on
No,
speaker.
the quality is good. It's just down. I think
I hear Bubba just fine.
I hear him okay, but he's not his normal volume. I've got him amped up about as high as I'm going to be able to get him. So I think his volume's down just a little bit.
Straight.
So anywho, yeah, he's freaked out. I call him twice in one day, and I'm like, Bubba, bad things have happened. Bad things have happened. All right, before
we
we
talking about your poo?
before
it's coming out as a paste.
Come on. All right, listen, before we get
Clip that,
into
please.
No.
It just makes all the balls slap against each other.
Oh no.
I have
This
horrible.
is gonna go downhill from here.
Yeah. Things are just bad today, guys. All right, for me and my personal hygiene and health, okay? Listen, the things, it's just, I feel so unclean, okay? I feel unclean. All right?
We didn't need to know that you
DJ,
can't wipe yourself.
what is wrong with you?
I feel unclean.
Okay.
Anywho,
Moving on.
I personally love the D.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Why? You know what?
I think that anytime they include the letter D in any currency or ship, it's just bound to be misused by this podcast.
Thank you there, Jules. By the way, there's
Is that
your
'cause your name is DJ?
Here's your bonus stream counter, guys. Sorry, it was for some reason it was off center. Apologize for that. Anyway, all right. So let me give you the whole story here, okay?
Do you understand the hot took coming out of my mouth?
Why did you? Griffin just sent me a sound effect that you ripped out of the last YouTube video.
Yeah.
Undo. That's a wax strip. Thanks. I'm glad you saved that. Appreciate that very much. Listen, let me say a couple of thank yous. We've got to get into some stuff. All right, we've got some stuff to get into. I'm going to give you all the information that I have. All right, which, by the way, admittedly, is much more than you guys all know. All right.
Wait, was that the end of the story? This is very non sequitur.
Yes.
What?
Well, I mean, I feel like we've gone to a commercial break. The last we heard, you called Bubba and something had gone horribly wrong, and now we're talking about other stuff.
Yes, I called Bubba. Scopely drops a nuke in their pocket today, and that segues into what we need to actually talk about. All right, and I'm going to give you updates. I'm going to tell you all the stuff that they're not wanting to tell you for some reason. All right, and we're going to talk about it. And I am sure, no doubt, that Bubba is here to offer his commentary as to. I'm sure that's why you're here tonight, because you just get to sit out you've got a lawn chair, you've got your coffee, you've got your s'more roasting stick. There's a nice fire roaring. All right, which is
I did pop some
STFC.
popcorn and set up my stand to sell pitchforks and torches. So
yeah, he's just off to the side. He recognizes an opportunity, when he sees one. So he's here.
But to be fair, it's getting late and I need to go to bed. But I thought I would pop in and say hello to see if there was any, early on yelling and screaming. It seems like you're starting off at a different point, which is probably for the best.
I literally just woke him up 10 minutes ago. It is half past Jeopardy, so I do appreciate you still being here. That's great.
Yes. Asheville says this man has ADHD. I'm sorry.
We all have problems. We play Star Trek Fleet Command.
And I just woke up. My brain's not even functioning.
I like that sound alert.
Yeah, that one has lived.
God.
That one's been here for a long time.
People have been timing those sound alerts perfectly tonight.
Oh yeah, they've been very, very good.
Perfectly.
They've been very good. So, all right. Well, if you're not going to stick around, then I appreciate it. I'll try to represent your piece of the conversation pretty fairly. But yeah, no, I called him in a panic.
In the chat, if you want to go find it, Tarpy can probably help you find it.
Oh yeah, if somebody can copy and paste that to me, I'd like to read it. But yeah, I call him for his wise and sage counsel. Because
if I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right?
Because I was feeling rather ignorant. All right. And so anyway, we're going to talk about it. I see you guys are all worked up in the chat, except for Cruzito.
Just sit down and be wrong. You are wrong.
I feel like I'm on the right side of this, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. I feel like I sought counsel from those wisest around me. And
so you started with Tarpy.
Yeah. And then I called you.
I just wanted to make sure as long as we all are on the same page as to who's the
then
wisest.
I called
of the
you.
council.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you,
Okay.
Bubba.
I did not call Matters.
Wait a minute. You never called me. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh my God. Anyway,
now you're just getting in trouble. Like
yeah,
left and right.
Again, brain haze, guys. Brain haze. Okay. All right, let me say a couple of thank yous very quickly because we've got you guys are already on your way to some ridiculous stream goals tonight. We've got the bonus stream set up. We did one last night. Strider says we're never getting through this stream, and I'm here for it, buddy.
DJ, you have a great show.
Thank you, buddy.
Chat later.
I love you, buddy. Have a great night.
Good night.
It really whips the llama's ass.
Thank you. Griffin dropping a 20 bomb. Holy smokes. Listen, thank you to Raj. Thank you to Leon. Leon celebrating his 30-month anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. Manxman dropping
great,
5
Leon.
gifted. Django with 100 kitty bitties. Wire Speed 32 months at tier 1. Thank you. Lost In dropping 24 gifted. Thank you very much.
Wow. Oh, the turtle's back.
Humpy Turtle. Humpy Turtle's here. There it is. All right. We're going to... I need to rename Humpy Turtle to Scopely. We're just going to start calling it Scopely. There's Scopely. There's Humpy Scopely. And that doesn't really work. Lost In, thank you for your 24 gifted subs. Manxman dropping another 1,000 kitty bitties. Then Lost In dropping another 20 gifted. Then Griffin dropping 20 gifted. Then Benny Hill and Papa Smurf with the kitty bitties. Thank you guys very much. You're 86% through a level 6 hype train. We've got 60 seconds on the clock. All right. 60 seconds on the clock.
Well, if we can do 6, we can do 7. Come on.
That's very possible. Today, Bubba Joe's teasing a little bit, but I did spend, Tarpy, a great deal of time with you today. We spent a great deal of time together today. And
I didn't need to know that a lot of it was when you were on the toilet. But I didn't need to find that out several hours later.
let me just tell you guys, I hurt. I hurt. My stomach hurts. My abdomen hurts.
He's a professional multitasker.
I didn't need to know.
It hurts and it burns.
You should have taken some Gold Bond with you to, take care of the.
You have my Gold Bond. You have my Gold Bond. I left it in Tampa. Oh.
Yeah, you did. I have it right here.
Thanks for the raid.
Hey, Cottontail, thank you for the raid. What's going on? Welcome in. Lost In, dropping 600 kitty bitties. Ice Wolf with 100 kitty bitties. And Alicia with 100 kitty bitties. Danny with 200 kitty bitties. Thank you, guys. And there you go, finishing level 6. Now we're into a level 7. Very nice. Very nice.
I knew we could do it. I believed in us the whole time.
Well, guys, we have some big stuff All right, we've got some big stuff in store. Tarpy had a bloody brilliant idea, and
that's not the only thing that was bloody today.
Did you just? My God.
Anyway,
I don't think he got the pod
oh, I got it.
until way too
Oh
late.
my.
Thanks. Is this it? You're just going to make fun of my misery and my pain all night?
I find
did
it
you
best when
actually
you
have
laugh at
period cramps?
your misfortune. I'm trying to help you out.
Not on top of all that. I'm actually trying to deal with whatever is happening in dev chat. Okay. And
oh wow! Oh no!
Yeah. So Tarpy, you weren't the only one that I was talking to while I was excavating my body. Okay.
Okay.
Excavating your body. Oh, I hate this stupid game.
What rails, Cruzito? There are no rails left.
Why was so? Yeah, you weren't the only person I was talking to today. And by the way, I'm sure a couple of them are listening right now and just like suddenly like, that changes the tone of the conversation a little bit.
That's what those grunts were. I get it now.
But yeah, so it's been a wild day. All right. Thank you guys very much for the Blirish.
Thank you guys very much for the generous support.
Karkin, shut the hell up!
Right, it's not even Karkin's fault this time. Oh, hi. Hello.
Oh, my.
Thank you, Lost Ted. Appreciate it. All right, listen. Benny Hill says, what do you think about the make your pack and the pay store? We should...
That is what we're talking about.
Is it?
Essentially. Yes, it is. It is absolutely entirely connected to what we're talking about.
Okay.
Well,
wait, really?
Let's start from the beginning. What had happened was what?
What? Well, see, what had happened was...
Oh my God.
Tarpy, you didn't even tell me about that. I haven't loaded the game today.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hold on, let me load Star Trek Fleet Command.com. Oh my God, I was looking at my Twitch the other day and I found that clip.
You are.
I found that clip from like 3 years ago when I was in Squirrel Voice and we were on the STFC homepage. You remember that? And I was like,
oh, that was a great one.
Star Trek Fleet Command.com. Anyway. All
Quality
right.
entertainment.
Yeah. Shelby says, Tarpy, help him out. He's all over the place. I know. I'm sorry.
If you think I'm better, I'm not medicated this week.
Don't look at me.
All right. Can I turn this off? Has it been 2 minutes? I stopped.
I think so.
Okay.
Thank you, Blirish, for sending your toy mice. All right, guys.
Oh,
Hey, Samo! What's going on,
Samo?
Samo? Listen, we were just getting ready to start laying out all the details. I'm giving you the D's.
What had happened?
What had happened was...
Do you want me to kind of go through the timeline here?
Set me up. Here we go. Okay, we're in the STFC store. What happened?
Okay, so in the STFC store, right around reset today, in the new tab, they had four different packs that for the first time that I remember, they give you choice in the packs.
Correct.
So there are 3 in my store right now. I'm pretty sure there were 4 that you click on the pack and you go to the contents of it and it says choose your own reward. And the choose your own reward, depending on the pack, lets you pick some officer shards. It lets you pick some prime particles, some building particles. Again, different packs. So in one of those 4 packs, they let you pick some currency that might help your account catch up. So that's what all of these are for. They're weekly packs. So they're going to match the dollar amount of the weekly packs that you have in the weekly tab. So if yours are currently $50, those packs will have a $50 value. If the packs that you have in the weekly tab are $20 or $100 or $10, they will be proportional to those packs.
Correct.
So, what they had in those packs that everybody's so up in arms about is one of them, the currency catch your account up currency pack, had Pioneer's crests in them.
Yeah.
And in the, let's see, the $10 version of that pack was something like 70k crests. I don't know that actual number. In the $20 pack, it was 91,000 crests. And in the $50 pack, it was 560,000 crests. It was 565 or something like that.
Wait, what?
So you got
But
600,000
damn.
Pioneer's Crest, 656,000. Close enough. Okay, thank you. Maple Butter has the right numbers. 91,000 in the $10 pack, 223,000 in the $20 pack, and 656,000 in the $50 pack. So 656K.
656,200 to be precise. Here's a screenshot on your screen right here. So the value was off a little bit. Value was slightly off.
By a factor of 10.
By a factor of 10.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Pioneer's Crest. Why didn't anybody call me?
Well,
yeah,
because it was only up for 26 minutes.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Missed it again.
It was up for 26 minutes.
As Broken Wolf points out, you could choose that 3 separate times in your pack.
Oh.
And if you go into Spock's Club and you see how many of those particles you need to finish all of the research, or, okay, Destros is correcting him, you could only pick that one once.
Yeah.
I didn't get to look at the pack soon enough, and even though I did get to see it, I had a store problem that I couldn't actually scroll low enough to pick the crests anyway, which is why I missed out on that pack.
Now,
So you need 150,000 to finish the research tree, which was me finishing my sentence. So,
well, yeah. Listen, the long and short of it is, without a bunch of detail, a bunch of Pioneer's Crests made their way into the game unintentionally. It was not supposed to happen.
Is it fair to say that it was a crap load of them?
Thanks. Yes, it was a crap load. Crap load. As a matter of fact, many things happened, such as this. All right. For example, this screenshot that I got here sent to me today resulted in 40 officers being tiered up and or maxed as a result of a player spending the crest and maxing the tree instantaneously. Okay. Now, this, Zoidberg, that ticks you off. It did me too. Okay, it did me too. Because this, as a knee-jerk kind of reaction kind of thing, feels drastic, feels huge. All right. Now, let me back
More
up a little
power
bit.
to that player for being on time is what I say.
I'm going to back up a little bit and let you know that back on June 16th, it was shared that the custom content packs were going live. We were able to see, of course, they didn't have the final values and all that stuff in there. They were just showing us how the shopping cart feature kind of worked. Okay? It was showing us how the shopping cart feature worked, and they told me about the bundles and the scaling and yeah, as Benny Hill points out, it was very reminiscent of the shopping cart pack that I had suggested many years ago. All right. It is a cool feature, Lost In. The technology has never existed before to do a shopping cart pack. And of all the things to go wrong, it was the math to go wrong today. All right, because the tech actually worked. Now, Strider says, how much money would they have made on those packs if they hadn't pulled it? Strider, that is a double-edged sword question. I'm going to answer it in the way that you probably don't want to hear. they would have lost their ass on that pack. Okay? Mainly because that pack finished the ATA loop forever. You were done. There was literally that $50 pack ended a feature that had a 12 to 18 month shelf life. Okay? Game Junior accurately points out, I get 72,000 Pioneers Crest for $100. 650,000 ends the loop. Changes the loop. Agreed. Okay? It ends the loop. Okay? Firedog says, so you mean something they did for the first time didn't work like intended? That's not at all what I said. All right? The technology actually worked. This was human error, which is sadly, Tarpy, even worse. All right?
Yeah.
I feel like somebody should have caught this. If I'm just being straight up honest with you. All right? And I've got a lot of commentary on it. I'm going to refrain from some of the commentary, but anyway. So the pack goes out. Now, I'm going to start dropping some facts on you. Probably that I shouldn't be telling you all of it, but I have been on Scopely so hard today because they're not talking. Now, they did send an in-game announcement. In fairness, they sent an in-game announcement. The in-game announcement affected everybody who they went... how do I say this? Okay, so anyway, people bought the pack, right? People bought the pack, yeah. And like people do when they know they're buying something in error, they immediately went in and spent it because they know the game mechanics of this game. They didn't let it sit in their inventory. They went in and they burned it immediately. All right? Because that's what would have happened, right? I mean, that's what happens. If you go in and you buy something, remember the big tritanium, was it tritanium or dilithium that happened? I think it was Sigma dilithium that happened here like 2 years ago. Tritanium, that's what it was. The tritanium was issued out in like hundreds of gazillions of bajillions of billions, and they clawed it back. But people who had spent it they weren't able to claw that back. Let's go back 5 years to the original debauchery of the refinery. You remember the G3? This is G3. This is how old it is. G3 or uncommon or refinery from 6 years ago. They clawed all that back, but they couldn't claw it back if you had already dumped it into ships and buildings. Okay? So, players know what Scopely can and can't do in this game. Yeah, Cruzito, this is like if you find a bag of money, you better spend it before they find out you found the money. I don't know that it's exactly the same thing. All right, but long story short is players who acquired this pack knew that it could be clawed back, so they immediately spent it all. Okay? Now, morally, questions aside, okay, players knew it was a mistake. That's right, Voltron. Spend it like you stole it. That's what people did. Okay? Now, whether or not that's right or wrong, that is a question of all time. That was one of the questions that Bubba Joe and I had talked about today. Oh, yeah, there is a moral argument, Seth. All right, there absolutely is. However, if there's one thing that Bubba and I have impressed upon each other over the years, it is that balance about what is the right thing to do in a situation like this. Players wouldn't have gone through and spent all that stuff immediately if they weren't worried about it being clawed back. Okay? That being said, a product was offered. Oh, come on, Omicron. Come on, buddy. I know what side of the aisle you're on this in this position. But nobody who bought that pack was like, oh, what a great deal. All right, nobody. All right, nobody. When there's a $100 pack up that has 60,000 crests in it, and you're offered a 50,000 or a 50 pack with 650,000 pack, all right, nobody thought that was real. Nobody knew that was correct.
So can I ask you the parallels between this and the holodeck that made Bubba retire?
Well, yeah, we're going to get to that because that was one of the big things that I talked to him about today. Okay. So let me finish with the timeline of events. So Scopely takes the pack down. 26 minutes. It was up. Seth says, I thought it was a bargain. Figured they want us to play the loop. Oh, that's ironic. Seth, if you really want to go down that path, no, you didn't. All right? No, you didn't. And moreover, you don't have to play the loop now because you literally finished it. There's nothing left to play. All right? Nobody thought this was real. All right? So come on. We're not going to sit here and pretend that we all thought this was just Scopely being generous. Okay? That all being said, you're right. They offered a product for sale, which was the cornerstone of my argument today. The pack comes down after 26 minutes, and then they end up fixing it, I guess, putting it back, whatever. But players at that point had already acquired 656,000 Pioneer Crests, and a lot of those players had started spending them. Not everybody had spent them all, though. Players like Maple Butter, and maybe you didn't want me to say that out loud, sorry, ahead of time. I'm going to use you for an example just because you came to me and we were talking about it. You had your account clawed back. Maple Butter was a player who bought the pack, probably did not realize the scope of impact that it was going to have because he did a couple of researches and he let it go.
Yeah.
And then they went into the account. Seth, what is your deal tonight? I'm not sure what your problem is, bro. Stop it. So anyway, Maple Butter buys the pack, performs a couple of researches, and then the account is clawed back. All right. Hundreds of thousands of his Pioneer's Crest were taken out of his account. Okay. That happened to a number of players where clawbacks
with $100 refunds, I'm sure, right? Or $50 refunds.
No refunds have occurred at this point.
Oh, wow.
And then people got an in-game news message that states that the pack was incorrect and an adjustment was made. Okay? Now, there are so many things wrong with the last 30 seconds of this story. All right? First of all, clawbacks without communication is a terrible, terrible move. The fact that the communication happened after the clawback in-game news, by the way, I'll give that a pass. All right, I'll give that a pass because they did not want to communicate to the broader community, which is kind of how that makes sense because it didn't affect everybody. Now, I do see a lot of people. I see a couple of people in chat that seem to know purchasing statistics, but you are wrong. There were 41 people. 41 who bought this pack. That's it.
Oh, wow. Really?
41 in the world bought this pack before it was taken down. So, for people who are saying, oh, it's thousands of people, the game balance is forever off, and they've ruined the game. Dragon Keeper says, well, I heard there was more than that. Well, you heard wrong. Okay, in fairness. Lawson says that's because the rest of us didn't see it. I mean, Lawson, between you and me, I appreciate you being honest about it. All right? Some people are being honest in the chat, other people are not. I appreciate you being honest about it because you know what? If I'd seen it,
I'd have bought it. I don't know. I don't know who would not have bought it. I would definitely buy it.
Okay, sure, I would have bought it. All right. Absolutely. Now, no, it's not even that. It's $2,000, Ice Wolf. It wasn't even. It's not $100 pack. It was a $50 pack. Okay. All right. 41 people. There were not 25,000 people that bought it. Count 41.
Well, that makes me feel a lot. That makes me feel a lot better that this only happened to 41 people. But this clawback is, we've talked about this before, DJ. So
well, here's how this works. Okay. 41 people got it, and out of those, a partial number of people went through and spent some of their currency. Now, almost all of those people had some clawback because you can't even spend 650,000. You literally can't even spend 650,000 Pioneer Crest. You can't. All right. Now, obviously, there's several different camps. Killer Angel says you technically can spend 650,000. I know. What is the actual total amount? 1.7 million, Jules?
1.5 million or something.
1.5 million. So, yeah, I know, Blue Mini. I guess you technically could.
That's before officers.
That's before officers. There's also some locks there. Listen, not everybody could spend everything. Not everybody could spend everything. Maple Butter, for example, didn't. All right. Ops locked and prerequisite locked, and then he had stuff clawed back. All right. So then naturally dev chat lights up, and I am relatively vocal. Okay. I'm pretty vocal in here. I first come in, and my original line is this, actually. All right. Kind of just setting up the fact that we've got stuff to talk about. Bad spot to be in today, but we've been here before. You're going to have to claw it back, but you're not going to be able to because players have instantly spent it on the research, which now means you have to make it available to everyone, which also you cannot do because it completely breaks the feature. So what do we do? For players who did get it clawed back, I'm already hearing from multiples. I don't see that you have much choice but to refund them their pack purchase. Big mess today. The inequity presented on this is absolutely abusively massive. And then I displayed this screenshot. Now, we know what the limitations are when it comes to Scopely's rollback abilities. We also know that rolling back is a nuclear option, something that no game company ever wants to have to do. Okay? It is a nuclear option. Okay? Now technically Retro Fury, listen, there's good, you're right and wrong to this. He says very bad customer service to claw back without notification or refund. They did notify them. Okay? They did notify them. And I maintain that there's no way they're not going to be able to refund this. At its core, it comes down to they offered a pack for sale. A customer engaged and purchased said pack and received a product. Okay?
Lost in.
If that product, Lost in, thank you very much for your 28 gifted. If that product was not delivered as advertised, as demonstrated, as was put on the shelf, then you got to give the money back. Here is a player-based argument. This came out, and by the way, I'm going to be very, very transparent. All angles of this were discussed today between players, moderators, content creators, and staff. All right, because every angle of this has to be examined, not just from what's right, all right, but also from what, like, they have an obligation to do. Legal is going to have to look at this. All right, legal is going to have to look at all this. Now, Baba says it was less than 1% of total game population. Why is it such a big deal? Well, this is why I'm going to come out with a very unpopular opinion right now. I'm pinching myself before I get ready to tell you what after a great deal of conversation, by the way, back and forth and all this stuff, because there's a lot of perspectives. One, let's say, for example, that you were a player. Let's look at some of the officers that are in this research tree. Okay? Can we do that? Tarpy, real quick, or Matters, what are the officer groups that a person could have theoretically gone in and relatively instant maxed?
Strike teams.
Strike team, okay. How old are those officers?
Years.
2.5
well,
years.
some of them.
Are there players who have already maxed them?
Probably.
Okay, what else? What else we got?
Lower deck.
Enterprise E.
Lower decks. Enterprise E. Are those new sets of officers? Are there players out there that could have had those sets of officers maxed?
Yes.
What about
Yes.
What about Mirror Universe?
Possible. Not likely, but possible.
Not likely.
Not likely. That's less than a year old.
Crest.
Okay, not likely, but
Not
possible.
Pioneer's Crest.
Possible with spend, right? And this is kind of where I'm driving.
Voyager for sure. Deep Space Nine for sure.
Org.
TNG, Ferengi, Borg.
Wow, all of these have a little bit of age to it. In other words, players could have previously spent and already maxed these out. Some players could have maxed these out without spend. Okay. The knee-jerk reaction to this is exactly what I did. My knee-jerk reaction is a rollback is the only option. Rollbacks and refunds, that's the only option you've got. The inequity presented here is just too great. That was my original statement. This right here is gross. This is disgusting. 40 officers instant maxed. Okay. Now, in all fairness, Cruzito, I did say that was my knee-jerk reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I got to thinking about the conversation that happened was that a lot of these officers could have already been maxed. Also, there were only 41 players in the galaxy that got this benefit today from this in-error sale. The reason I called Bubba Joe, Jules, is exactly what you said. The parallels to this and the holodeck are undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Like, the parallels, it is the holodeck situation all over again.
For the 280 people listening who don't know what that is, do you want to summarize in a sentence?
Long story short, many moons ago, I guess we're over a year and a half now, the holodeck was a building. And by the way, it wasn't even based in a pack. It had a fundamental coding error where if you had bought one pack to proceed through some of the early levels of the holodeck, there was a bug in which it refunded all of the materials spent. So if you, let's say you spent 10,000 parts to tier up the holodeck, then when you leveled it up, you got a gift chest and it gave you all 10,000 parts back. So basically, anybody who bought this one pack was able to instantly max their building with it. That was it. $100 pack, and they maxed out the building. And then Scopely tried to claw it back.
Or did they? They exactly.
Yeah, they tried to claw it back, and they had to choose their words carefully. They didn't choose their words carefully then. They called players cheaters.
They did.
They called players exploiters. All right. And that made a lot of people very angry. Kind of like the knee-jerk reaction of what's happening here today. All right. And I'm going to say I'm kind of guilty of it as well. Listen, we knew that pack wasn't right. But guess what? It doesn't matter. A pack was offered for sale. And players purchased said pack. You must deliver the product that was listed for sale. If not, by the way, you don't have to leave it out there. You certainly don't have to leave it out there, but you know what you do got to do? You got to give money back. You got to give the money back. All right? Have to give the money back. So after some time spent discussing this, here was where I settled, Cruzito. All right? This is where I settled in. My final suggestion, and by the way, I apologize for being a little bit waffly. No pun intended, waffly. All right. I believe that my final suggestion is going to be as equally as unpopular amongst the community as what you are doing right now. But if a rollback is off the table, then you have severely devalued the players who have invested into maxing these officers prior to now. That, however, is not a truly uncommon practice. Things always get cheaper over time. Offer those players a mild compensation because thousands of dollars suddenly turned into 50. Today's players who purchased this pack should be left alone. Leave their progress. Leave their crests. Return their clawbacks. Players who did not buy missed a doorbuster sale.
Exactly.
These officers do have some age. ATA is a sustainable cycle. Within 12 months, everyone will have the same level of progress that somebody acquired today for $50. If you do want to settle the PR nightmare, then give players who did not buy a small ATA bonus comp as compensation. Give them a little jump start in working towards what players got today for $50. None of these officers are brand new or cutting edge. They have very sustainable sourcing in acquiring this level of research over the next several months. If you want to avoid a rollback, then you leave it exactly where these chips fell. For these 41 extremely lucky buyers, they got a heck of a deal. You guys found your mistake. You corrected the pack. You corrected your mistake. I would recommend for anybody who did not get that benefit, you issue a comp. Don't make it a global comp. Players who acquired this pack will admit that they got more value than was intended, and they're not going to care if the rest of the galaxy gets a small compensation. This way, it looks like you guys are owning your mistake. You're eating your mistake. Players who gave you real cash money are getting a decent value. Everyone else will get a little shot in the arm towards acquisition of the same level of research. Let those 40 take their windfall, and those who didn't have the normal you snooze, you lose mentality. Now, I know that this sounds terrible. I know it sounds terrible. And honestly, the knee-jerk reaction is exactly what I was sharing with you guys just a few minutes ago. And I even went on to say, I want to explain why my position shifted from my initial suggestion. I don't mean to be waffly. I see you in there, Waffle. I think this may be a solution that prevents the most heartburn. It still sucks for those of us who won't get the benefit. But this is probably the right thing to do. A knee-jerk reaction would say that this is a game-changing error. A practical reaction is most servers will not have any affected players, and a server with one of these players, the dynamics will not change by one player maxing some officers, especially officers that the rest of us are going to be able to get over the next 12 months. It is like the first 40 online who got the special, Thumbelina. And I don't mean you snooze, you lose, Raj. I mean, again, I'm trying to demonstrate and illustrate a point. This is highly sensitive, okay? It's highly sensitive. But Manxman is right. 41 people do not break the game. 41 people do not destroy the economy. It feels bad. It totally feels bad, okay? And it looks bad. Look at this. This looks atrocious. Is it going to prevent you from Is it going to prevent you from being stomped into the ground by somebody who paid for the slipstream drive? Right? See what I'm saying? Most people who spent on, by the way, out of those 41 players who bought this pack, over 30 of them were already G6. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it going to change the game? Balabomb says, I don't know. Those 41 people might break arenas. You got jokes.
Not with those officers.
All right.
Listen, you're being far too generous. I don't think there's any compensation owed to people who had previously maxed the officers because things go on sale all the time. I bought it for this price last year. Okay, so it's $50 now. That's a year later. And the people who didn't get a chance to buy it because they missed the Black Friday sale, they just missed the Black Friday sale. And that's the end of it.
You know what? That's fine. I want to focus on one thing you just said, is I think you're being too generous. Don't we need a little bit of that? Isn't it time that Scopely turned the page and took took a lesson out of killing with kindness? Okay. The reason that I suggest that is not because it mathematically changes anything. It doesn't mathematically change anything. It's not going to change the dynamics of the game. It's not going to break a server. It's not going to do any of those things. Now it's about people's feelings. It's about sentiment. It's about PR. Okay?
Yeah. My feelings got a lot less hurt when I heard that 41 people bought the pack. I couldn't care less. And the only thing that I think they should or could do is return every single item that they took away from those people's accounts, because that, I don't think that they have a legal leg to stand on. If I'm not an expert, I'm armchair quarterbacking here.
Yeah.
But you can't take $50 from somebody and then just decide, oh, that's not what we meant, and take it back and then not even give you the refund.
Oh, exactly. That conversation, that was actually a bullet point, was that it wasn't intended. Well, that doesn't matter. That matters none. Okay, intentions don't matter at all. Here, you listed a product for sale. All right.
It is what it is. I can't tell you how many laptops I had to give away for $50 that were $1,000, and how many $3,000 TVs I gave away for $599 because it was the wrong model number in the newspaper. The first person who finds it, they win the prize. Until I put that sign up on the board, I'm obligated to honor what it says, and that's the end of it. That's just how it goes.
I don't necessarily disagree. Cruzito said feelings don't matter. It's about numbers and math, and that's why I kind of settled down and said, listen, this is something that's going to have to, you guys got to eat it. You're going to have to eat it. All right. Because you offered something for sale. Now, the other option that they have, all right, which, by the way, there's not just one. There is two. All right. One is to leave the chips where they lie. And for the record, I think that is the easiest. I think that's what they should do. I think that's what needs to happen. All right. I think players, we've talked about this before. Early bird gets the worm, the early spenders, the early adopters. Listen, somebody who happened to be on at the right time, at the right place. Scopely made thousands of dollars today on this pack. Okay? You gave them money. They converted people who might not have otherwise spent. At the end of the day, it's revenue. They've done worse. May I remind you of the Dolomite Primes? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They've done worse to this game. So, leave it be. But the second option, if you are going to claw back, if you do want to, for 20 or 25 people, if you want to take those resources back, then you absolutely owe them a refund. But I think that sounds like more work. I bet those players are happy to let you keep their $50 if you're happy to let them keep their resources.
Yeah. It's 41 people.
All right. Now, Dragon Keeper says, how do we know if a pack is good or not? Because they can say any pack they sell wasn't supposed to be that way. Well, you're right. But it depends on how they treat this one. Clawbacks and ninja corrections are not the right way to go. All right. Shelby says complete refund to all. I don't think that that's necessary, especially if they're going to let you keep the materials. Now that is too much. You
got to return the materials. I mean, this is just silly. It's silly.
Yeah, that's
too literally much. Petty and silly.
Players got the materials. All right. So you keep their money, but they have to get their materials. If you take back even a portion of those materials, you got to give them their money back. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Tarpitude, you're exactly right. terms of service, end user license agreement, it covers all this stuff. I get it. It does. Scopely can do whatever they want. I actually wrote that today, Tarpy. I said, listen, you guys can do whatever you want. All right? I don't mean to, I even wrote this. I said, I don't mean to instruct you on what to do. You guys can do whatever you want. But I feel like this is the most positive outcome. It's going to allow you to save face, admit your mistake, and more importantly, not suffer tremendous ill will as a result of real money spent.
Yeah.
If it's only 40 players, is it really going to change the dynamics of anybody's gameplay?
In no way.
Probably
In no
not.
way.
So, I blame Bubba Joe. Because there were days in the past that I would have said, roll it back! Bubba was right. Bubba's been right. What does it actually matter? And again, for the record, I did not benefit from this. I didn't benefit from it. I did not buy the pack. I was not online. I'm still advocating for you players to keep it. I'm advocating for you guys to get what you paid for. All right? And I agree, Mad Hatter. This could have massive implications on future sales if Scopely doesn't handle this correctly. Benny Hill's Ghost just pointed out about a trust issue. Right? Maxman says the same thing. Why would I ever want to buy a pack again with the knowledge that it could be taken away at any given time? How Scopely handles this is 1,000% not a game dynamics issue. It is now a PR issue.
It has metamorphosized into a PR issue, 1,000%.
They've got to do the right thing, not the mathematically equivalent thing. They've got to do the right thing. Retro says they already did it. Well, that was knee-jerk. Okay, that was knee-jerk. My recommendation is that they put it back, actually. Ninja Assassin number 2. They clawed back once. Now they need to put it back under the Christmas tree. They need to Grinch this thing. Okay? Isn't that what happened in that movie? The Grinch came and stole all the stuff, but then he ended up coming back and putting it back?
Oh, what you're saying by put it back, you don't mean put the pack back. You just mean give the people their things back.
Anything that was clawed
41
back.
people.
Anything that was clawed back.
The pack's not there either.
Well,
that pack is the one that's not in the store anymore, and they didn't even change the value in it.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of time.
I can see what.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
can see why they didn't.
Yeah, the first thing they did was go into analytics mode, and honestly, in fairness, I will give credit where credit is due. They have been incredibly responsive to me today. I have not praised their public responsiveness, but their argument is, hey, it was 41 people. We sent a message to the affected players. That is fact. I will, in my state of zen and my state of negotiation and my state of compromise, I will accept that they communicated with the directly affected players. But this is beyond 41 players. Look now. We've got hundreds of people in our chat. Your Discords are lighting up. Officials lit up. VIPs lit up. You guys don't even know. I mean, you guys thought 25,000 people were affected by this. All right? I feel like they need to get in front of it and just say, hey, to everybody, hey, you might have heard of something about this. There was a mistake. Okay? You might have heard something about this. There was a mistake. We're going to take care of it. We're going to let you know what we're going to do. But we'll communicate directly with affected players, something like that. I just feel like an in-game news on this to an affected player, by the way, that does satisfy, I think, that probably satisfies a requirement, okay? But I feel like they should have done more. I feel like they should have gotten out in front of it. All right. That being said, they've been very communicative with me. Within moments, they were diving into data. They took the pack down. They're figuring out affected numbers. They went in. They even have already determined, out of those 41 people who bought, they already determined how many people had already gone in and spent what they spent. All right? Because they know, too, how this thing works. All right? They know what their limitations are. So here is what I am going to recommend for the listeners of this show. This is what it all boils down to, and I'm going to give you this final note based on my conversations, and this is not a public communication. This is you having a little bit of trust and faith in me because I've been talking to them for this for hours until I couldn't take it anymore and I took a nap. This is not an official communication. Let me preface this again by saying this is not an official communication. If you had an item clawed back out of your account, politely file a ticket. Request a refund or reimbursement of all of your materials. There's only 41 of you. Ticket volume is not going to be massive. And I want those tickets in there. I want numbers in there. Okay? If even 1% of your crest were clawed back, it is my position that you are owed a refund. That is my position. And I will fight for that for you. Be polite. Maple Butter says we got denied, already asked for a refund. And Maple Butter, that is because no decision has been made yet. If you I tell you what, I want that ticket number, Maple Butter. You, by the way, and I'm sorry for calling you out earlier. I know you were vocal on the Discord. So that's why I used your name. Sorry if you didn't want me to. I have used you as an example throughout this whole thing because you were the first person that came to me. Will you please DM me your ticket number? All right. A denial is likely going to happen because that approval has not happened yet. They are not going to issue a refund because it hasn't been approved yet. KJ says VIPCM has already denied the request. I understand that. They
need direction from up top on how to handle a very unique situation that they have not yet received.
I understand that. Okay. KJ, same thing. If you would please so kindly send me your ticket number. Okay. I understand that your tickets are going to be denied. I still would like that ticket number, please. All right.
Monkey, I see your point. You've made it a few times. I do not recommend calling your credit card company and filing a dispute. Because if you do that,
don't do that yet.
You will be permanently turned off from the store. Those guys that run that web store have nothing to do with Scopely, and they do not like you saying that you did not buy something that you bought.
Yeah, Monkey Man, that will turn against you very quickly. Exola will prevent you from purchasing in their store ever again. Okay? That is not a good idea, especially when there is a legitimate, real path forward to fixing this for players. Okay?
Yeah.
That is what I'm telling you. I feel
you'll win the battle, but you will lose the war.
I feel like we can work this out. Okay? And the people that I am speaking to understand and want to work this out. But Griffin is the exact same. Griffin is 1,000% right. This goes way above the heads of frontline staff. Okay? This goes way up. You know how Scopely feels about the word refund. Okay? Come on now. All right?
It'll take a day.
It's going to take a little time.
People are trying to get this done and mad that it's not done immediately. And it's like, no, give it 24 hours.
It might even be longer than that. It might be 48.
Right? Minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you can't even put a chargeback on your account officially until it clears, which generally takes 24 to 48 hours anyway.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah,
threatening a chargeback.
It's very possible that the right person hasn't even heard that this has happened yet. And there is somebody there that will certainly go, oh, that's what it is? Well, just, yeah, I guarantee it.
Right.
The company's big enough to where somebody will make the right decision at some point.
Well, and Benny Hill says the clawback was immediate. And I listen again. We've always talked to Scopely about knee-jerk reactions, Benny Hill. All right, that was a knee-jerk reaction, and honestly, it's not a reaction that is totally unfounded. Right? It's not a reaction that's unfounded. They did the same thing with the Tritanium thing a couple of years ago. All right. A clawback makes sense. But then when you sit here and you're talking about the money that's involved and you look at the impact that it's going to have, you can kind of take a deep breath and you can say, okay, is this the end of the world? And the answer is no. The answer is no.
DJs, we are in a community of intelligent people, of experienced people, of business professionals, of leaders in their own communities. And I dare say people who have trained and shaped and molded the minds of younger people throughout our careers, whatever they may be. And in my experience, one of the hardest things to teach somebody in a mid-level decision-making role as you're grooming somebody is how to say yes. Because when something like this is faced, the immediate answer mentally is go, oh my God.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah,
the knee
that's
jerk is what he's
exactly.
talking about.
Oh my God.
The, the cooler head, the leader will analyze, look at the thing, weigh the cost analysis, and go, oh, I'm so sorry. And they will say yes. The hardest thing is teaching somebody to say yes. And that's why those clawbacks happen.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. And so that's why I'm just saying, be a little bit patient. You've got a lot of advocates.
A little bit of faith, a little bit of time.
You got a lot of advocates here. And this is absolutely, in my mind, it's not really up for debate. Okay? In my mind, it's not up for debate. There is a clear solution here. And for the record, I don't get to make the decisions. I'm not the guy who can say yes. But I also know what the path of least resistance is with them. They want this to go away just as much as you do. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. They want this to go away just as much as you do. As a matter of fact, the individual who built this pack, I guarantee he wants this to go away without a stink. All right. He wants this thing to go away and never be remembered ever. All right. Trust me.
But the packs are a good idea.
They are tossing and turning in bed tonight for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, KJ,
Hey.
just relax. I got your DM. Everything is fine, KJ. Just send me your ticket number. Send me everything that I'm asking for, okay? I am in your corner, okay? Everybody who bought this pack and had something clawed back, I am in your corner, all right? So I know
Takes a
emotions
day,
are hot.
At least.
Emotions are hot. I get it. There's real money involved. I get that. Don't forget, we're all friends here. Everybody's working for the betterment of the community, and we got your back, KJ, okay? So woosah, deep breath. Send me your ticket. I've got your DMs. All right. Shoot me your ticket number and we'll get this thing handled for you. Okay. Rogue Salt says, DJ, the people's champion. Not so much. Listen, in all fairness, Bubba Joe is the people's champion because I was screaming for a rollback. I was like, you got to fix it. The game imbalance. It's too big. It's too big. Look, 40 officers, instant maxed. You broke the game. You broke ATAs. It's all broken. You broke it. Okay. That was my gut reaction. The real reaction is it doesn't make a shit bit of difference. All right.
So can we actually talk about the packs themselves? I know this might not be super popular, but I think they're actually really good packs for what they have in them.
Yeah.
Like the prime particles and oh, dude, KJ, no.
It's fine,
You're out.
Tarpy.
You're gone.
No. just let it go. Everybody needs to chill out. Everybody needs to chill out. KJ.
He's been doing that.
I know.
all day.
This is your last warning, bro. Okay? You got to stop. This is it. I like you. You've been around a long time. Don't let $50 stress you out to the point where you end up separating from a community. Just relax. Nobody has it out for you. Okay? Nobody.
We don't.
Okay? Just
You
chill.
don't get to say what other people's emotions are
Just relax.
either.
Shelby said the VIP CMs alluded to my initial reaction. I knew they were talking about you. That's true. I was like, oh my God, it destroys the world. It doesn't actually. Okay, that's funny, Shelby, that you're mentioning that, because I wasn't. Okay, yeah, that was me. All right. A woo-saw moment. A woo-saw moment. KJ, come on, bro.
Everything's going to be okay.
Right.
Everything's going to be okay.
A woo-saw moment, okay, is all we need to look at this rationally and objectively, and I think if Scopely does that as well, then they will decide that in the better interest of their long-term monetization, positive sentiment, that they will deliver a form of this that is acceptable. It may not be exactly what I'm suggesting, but I will continue to fight for something that is acceptable. Is that fair?
I think that's more than fair, and I encourage everybody to reach out to their nearest refrigerator and grab themselves a can of Ghost Welch's Grape Energy, because each 16-ounce can contains 200 milligrams of natural caffeine from coffee beans, UltimatDJz, providing a smooth, sustained energy boost without the crash. It's sugar-free and has 0 artificial colors, making it a cleaner alternative to traditional energy drinks like that terrible Monster. Ghost also includes nootropics like alpha-GPC and neurofactor to support focus and cognitive performance while you're not doing a chargeback with your credit card company, as well as B vitamins for energy metabolism. With its refreshing taste and balanced formulation, Ghost Energy Welch's Grape is designed for anyone looking to stay energized, focused, and refreshed throughout the day. Ghost Energy, taste the spirit, fuel the legend. And get that damn turtle off my face. What is wrong with you people?
You got a little humpy turtle in your face.
That pisses me because I wanted
You know
more
what?
balls.
There, take your Ghost Energy. Stupid turtle. Ruin my spot.
Looks like he's tasting the spirit right now.
Get it out of my ear.
Oh, Short says, I heard Ghost Energy's made out of llama pee.
You know,
I think that could
you
be.
people shouldn't be turtle humping me. You should all be thanking me for turning you on to an amazing energy drink beverage that is sweet, delicious, tasty, and doesn't cause the crash and allows you to grind for hours like you had to with the stupid con loop. What do I get instead? Humping turtles. I get humping turtles from all of you. I'm going with KJ. Bring KJ back. Let's start a riot.
Oh,
look at these turtles.
I don't know.
I can't get away from all these turtles. And now I've got a sponge. Okay, that's it.
They were drawn to the natural green tone of your. This whole thing is hilarious. That's actually really funny. All right, chat. Listen, Tarpy is right. I would like to actually spend a minute to talk about the actual packs. Now, this is going to sound incredibly bad. I'm not meaning for it to. What I'm mainly wanting to talk about is the tech. All right, the fact that the tech is here. Oh boy. All right, you know what? I know this is what you guys want. You get a sticker party with Griffin.
Oh, Beck's here.
Humpy Turtles. Let's go, Humpy Turtles. Look at all those turtles.
Come to me, my green turtle brethren. Hump away, hump to your humping delight. I promise not to flush you down the toilet with all the DJ's diarrhea crap you had all day.
Ew.
Yeah, you're talking to people on the phone while pooping. This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
That was a statement.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of turtle orgies. This is by far the biggest.
What?
What?
What? What?
What?
There's a story there, and I don't know if I want it.
I want it. I want that story. All right, guys.
You
Thank
want to
you.
hear about the Humpty Turtles?
Yeah.
The lifetime of Humpty Turtles.
Daystro says, I need that story. I'm with you, man. I want that story. Real quick, let me just say good evening. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate Oh, look, the Humpty Turtles are going away, and Griffin has abandoned his post. Where'd he go, buddy?
Do you want that many Humpty Turtles on your face? Because I noticed your face
there
is
he
not
is.
there.
No, I didn't want those Humpty Turtles on my face. That's why I just turned it on.
I was seeking cover in case there was any leftover residue.
Lost it.
So gross. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Seth says his TTS didn't play. Let me check it out here. Let me find it.
Was that Beck?
There wasn't a TTS. You didn't send one, bruh. I see all the Humpty Turtles. Oh, wait. Here's one. No, that was just a sticker. It wasn't a TTS. Sticker.
Tarpitude, are you responsible for that sound effect?
No.
Because I think
I
you
am
were,
not.
because earlier I heard Major Samo say that that was your sound effect.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
Has
we'll have to get
nothing to do
Samo
with
back
me.
here and see if she wants to clear your name then.
Yeah, Seth, there's
But
not a
anyway.
TTS in here, so it didn't process. There's not one in the log. So there you go. Hey, Shark Bites, thank you for the 2-month primer. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Master
It's
Yodi,
the
thank you for the
Tarfish
prime.
turtle. DJs, I think Tarpitude provided the sound effect for that turtle.
I heard something about
no.
that. Yeah,
No.
I think it's real.
No such thing happened. Nope.
I think it did.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
No. Definitely not.
Oh, hold on.
Interesting.
I've got something in my DMs here. Hang on just a second, please.
It is not the turtle sound.
Hold on.
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
That was a statement.
Yeah, there you go. A raging turtle orgy, the likes of I have never seen before. Hold on, just checking. Hold on.
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
Okay, just checking right there. We're gonna have to get that over. Oh, sorry.
That music bed is under that sound effect and ruined it completely. We can't use that.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can get it over to UltimatDJz. He's pretty good at cleaning that stuff up. So he did.
Yeah, if only you knew somebody who knows how to clean audio around here. Well, let me tell you, I'm not cleaning that. Forget it.
I knew you wouldn't do it. That's why I got to send it to Ultra. All right. Yeah, I know.
Nor would UltimatDJz. Let me DM them right now.
Oh, he'll totally do it.
Oh, yeah? Well, I do have about an hour and a half of you swimming around in your underwear in my pool on video that I could also share with UltimatDJz if you prefer.
Why were you filming that?
What? Oh, the cameras! The eye in the
It's on
sky!
security camera,
The
which
eye
I
in the
clearly
sky!
pointed out to him hours ago.
I didn't even think about that. First of all, why would you even go back and look at that, you creep? All right. Second of all,
I haven't gone back to look at it. Hello, but I'm just saying it's out there somewhere.
I completely forgot about that. He did
It's
tell
on
me
the
about the
pergola
eyes
cam.
in the sky. Yeah, I did. I folded my shorts, I set them on the side, and then I jumped in the pool necky. Well, I mean, I had my marshmallow s'more
No.
boxers on.
We don't need to know.
Seth says, "Be right back, hacking Griffin's cameras." Anyway,
Actually
all right.
is.
Listen, Tarpy, I know that some people actually want to talk about what the packs were supposed to be, and obviously, like most good things with Scopely, implementation fails them and turns them into a massive flop. However, the technology actually worked today, which is somewhat surprising. Maybe not surprising. That might not be fair, but this was cool. This is something the players have asked for many years, which is a shopping cart pack. Tarpy, let's take a look at the actual STFC store, and will you show me how does this work?
Okay, so why don't you click on the Prime pack? So it's going to be the next row down. The Officer one is a little less exciting. I think the Prime one is a little bit more exciting. So it's that Prime, yeah.
Choose my reward bundle. First, I must choose a reward for the empty slot to be able to acquire this bundle. So I come up here and I click on this little drop down. You're saying that I get to choose from any of these possible primes?
Yes, and it's a whole prime.
Does this work in the game, or is it just on the PC?
Yes.
Really?
It does work in game, which is no multiphasics. So if you care about multiphasics, this is how some people, got the other one so quickly. So yeah, it still works, but the scrolling technology is a little bit not quite there yet. So like you can't necessarily scroll all the way to the bottom of the selection.
Look at that. How cool. So you just click on one and then you pick it.
Yep.
Hot diggity dog.
So all the primes that are there, with exception of a couple of them, so some of them are in alliance tournaments, some of them are through silence. All of the other ones are either $75 or $100 primes right now. And let's see.
So wait, I'm picking 3 primes? Is that what I'm doing here?
Uh-huh.
3 primes.
You are. Well,
for $50.
Primes, but yeah, great catch-up primes.
Yeah. So this is like an entire catch-up mechanic. So what was it that I put in the circle as my comment for that? It was like acceleration towards a later generation. So which one is it? So the prime coaxial particle is the start multiple armadas prime. The one that looks like a speed up, the multi-dimensional prime or multi-dimensional particle, that is the prime construction speed, which is way far over to the right in the station tree. So that one would be pretty useful if people are looking at the end of a generation. Like these are primes that people paid $100 for, a year, 6 months ago. You can get 3 of them for $50.
Is the prime orbit medallion in there? It is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Well, that's a great deal.
And and some of these, and you can look on Spox Club if you use Spox Club, to see how many of each of these you might need, and some of them you can get multiples of. And I will also point out that some of them are available in Alliance tournaments, so might not want to get them today.
Very
actually, and Krista brings up a good point. That's a rare orbit medallion, not a regular kind.
You can get both. Both of them are in there.
Yeah.
And
the rare ones you can't grind anywhere.
That's correct.
Yet.
What do you need the rare one for?
Well, players, anybody who is interested in finding out any of these researches that can be completed on your account, all you got to do is hop on over to next.spox.club. I'm going to show you how it works right here. So what we do is we'll take in, for example, the name of a currency. In this case, we'll use Rare Prime Orbit Medallion. All right. So we're going to come over here. We're going to do Rare Prime Orbit Medallion. It's going to pop up right there, and it's going to immediately identify how many I have on hand, how many I need for all available researches, and what research that does. The Rare Prime Orbit Medallion is going to accomplish Prime Zindi scrap trade for me. In my case, that is not a Prime I would be interested in. So over here, we're just going to gank that one all out of there. Nope. All right. We'll take a look at what's next. Prime Ship Isolytic Damage Particle. All right. Come on over here. Prime Ship Isolytic Damage Particle. And we can see here that there are 3 researches I have not done, which is why I'm squishy. All right. 3 researches that I have not done. I have 0 on hand. So here they are. Prime Explorer, Isolytic Damage. Prime Battleship, Isolytic Damage. And Prime
you need that.
Interceptor, Isolytic Damage. Moreover, it will tell you where they are. Combat, column 11. So if we came into the combat tree, then we can see what they actually do. Count DeVille says this is 15% per ship type. Okay. You can do this for any of them. Multidimensional particle. Let's see what that is. I don't know what that does. We will probably, if I know Jules and Tarpey in our lab, they're probably already working on a min-max chart for this thing to find out, what primes go with what researches and how they might be good. Jules Verne says, "Oh boy, am I ever."
There's a sheet for Prime.
This one actually looks really, really good. Yeah, but like a shortcut chart. Like, hey, okay, here's what's in the pack. Here's what you can buy. Here's your list of selections. Blaze says it's probably already done. I got to be honest with you. This one looks great for me as a G6 player. Prime construction speed.
Why don't you go show the math?
Yeah,
Go show people what they would. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to
build the 70 shipyard.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at here. Prime. Well, let's load up shipyard. Okay. And what Tarpy is demonstrating is there's a very easy checkbox in here that shows you the impact of that prime right off the bat. So, for example, we're going to take a look at Sigma construction time down here. For me to go to shipyard 70 is 3 years, 152 days. All right. I can come down here. That's a lot of Sigma speed ups, guys. 3 years, 152 days. I can come down here and find it. It's a big list.
You can search it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. What was the name of it?
Prime construction speed.
Just prime construction speed?
Yep. It should be the station 76 one.
Prime construction speed. There it is. Prime construction speed. Okay. Right there. I can just toggle this on. I can toggle that on. 250%. Then I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to see that saved me a year and a half. I was at 3 years, 154 days. That one prime takes me to right at 3. No, sorry. It saves me 6 months. 6
half
months.
a year.
Yeah, half a year. Half a year. That's still a
a
lot.
lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the equivalent of about 800 million Latinum. Okay? Count DeVille says that's worth it for the time savings. I mean, it's pretty significant. We went from 3 years, 154 days down to 3 years exact. All right?
Yeah.
And let's keep in mind, too, that is only one of the 3 primes that I'd be able to take advantage of. You're right. My Latinum count is off. That is correct because I was thinking a year and a half. So let's do the math on that. It's 150 million a day times basically call it 155 days. That's 230 million lat. 230 million lat. And you're right, Check. The lower your ops, the more value it has. I'm already op 68. There's only so much more building I can do. If you're op 61...
What's the description on that prime?
Well, in Spock's Club, it's showing 250%.
Well, okay. So
Station, column 76.
Base construction speed for buildings in its description. So that does not necessarily rule out G7.
It does not potentially rule out G7.
Just saying.
But it's not a guarantee either. They have changed those before to be, something that works in the current generation. Voltron says, wait till G7 for more. I mean, it could be. All right, we don't know. I'm not gonna state that is a certainty. All right. But yeah, here it is right here. That's the prime, 250%. All right. So yeah, Count DeVille says, don't forget about Geordie's visor. That's only a $20 artifact, and it's got 200% build speed at max. That's true. That's true. I don't own that one either because I'm free to play. I don't spend money.
Only on Ghost Energy.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, really, truthfully, though, when they and I'm going to be full transparent, they premiered Griffin. Oh, sorry, wrong button. I'm going to switch these buttons around. We need to do something. I need to do something a little differently with this overlay. My ADHD
What's
is
wrong with
raging
this
right now.
overlay?
Well,
we're just not properly utilizing the whole screen.
Yeah.
I think that we should probably just shrink that. Why don't you just go into the scene there and don't do that. Grab the screenshot and let's shrink that down left to right a little bit by like 20%.
Why don't we just do something like that? And
well, yeah, that, but also squish the screen a little bit. You won't even notice. I think that's with the Alt key.
What do you mean squish the screen?
Grab the right center handlebar of the screen capture, hold the Alt key, and go left, and that will squish the screen.
No.
No, other one. Not that. Go back. Then hit the Control key.
No, it's not Control either. It's Shift if you're wanting to squish it. See?
Okay, Shift. Yeah, there you go.
Why do you want to squish it?
But not by that much, just by a little bit. No, well,
Why you
by
want
15%. A little more.
Okay.
Okay, now that's all grouped together. The three are grouped together, correct?
Uh-huh.
So now just drag it out again and take up your space left to right, and that'll kill more of the top and the bottom border.
Oops.
There you go. That's looking better.
Oh, I've messed something up. Oh, they're not grouped anymore. There we
I'll
go.
regroup them. There you go. And then just figure out something with your chat. That looks a lot nicer.
Okay.
It's probably that Starfield background. We just got to do I got to make you something better than that.
No, the Starfield background is fine. It's the chat. Actually, that looks a lot better than what it did already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I'm going to move the chat over here between us.
If your chat were bigger and it just showed like a couple lines at a time instead of like this little.
Well, I mean, I can do that.
There you go.
Yeah, I could do something
I like that. Maybe even make it bigger to where it takes up both of our cameras.
Boston wants you to fix the stream goal or bonus streams while you're at it.
I feel like that's too big.
Well, if you drop it down a little bit and center it between us. There you go.
Definitely not what she said.
Can you guys fill chat up with us a little bit just for a minute? Omicron wants me to shield. Oh, okay. Thanks.
No, you shouldn't.
It's half the fun when you don't tell him that.
Okay. Does that look better on chat, guys? I actually think that actually looks better. You guys good with that? Okay, cool. Locking it all down.
Is it covering? Okay.
What? Is it covering what?
Never mind.
What?
Why do we have a vertical bonus streams weird thing on the right?
I did that.
That's going down.
Yeah, I did. Well, I did that because on my normal gameplay screen, I've got black space over there.
You have what?
Black space.
Oh,
because my screen is is shrunk a little bit, so people can see my resources and my ship health. And why is it only 7?
Well,
yes, you're correct. You guys earned one today. Boom.
At no time should you ever have a downward facing piece of text on a horizontal format screen.
Oh, really? You don't like it?
Yeah. No.
I wanted it out of the way. Hey, look, you got a humpy turtle.
Okay, why don't you
nose.
just make it tiny and put it right above UltimatDJz on the bottom center?
All right.
I mean, we can read UltimatDJz, so we can probably read Bonus Streams 8 if you just and then.
Okay. Well, you weren't here for me to.
Why do I keep getting a humping turtle? I'm trying to help everybody around here, and I just get humped by turtles.
There was no music behind that.
Oh no.
Just saying.
Smaller.
You can,
Smaller.
Yeah, like the same size as UltimatDJz.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it that small. I don't have a whole lot of zoom. Shut up. Shut up. Hi, Winnie.
This looks terrible.
Shut
it
up.
reminds
Thank
me
you,
of
Winnie.
the time Christopher Robin tried to fit into a rabbit hole and couldn't get out. Why he was trapped inside that hole and couldn't get out.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm friends with Spider-Man, and he huffed and puffed and got him out pronto.
That sounds like a bad dream of Heffalumps.
Oh, that was actually really funny. Thank you, Juvie. That was a
You
good
just
one.
got Strider to snort.
Yeah,
He was laughing.
that was actually a good one. Oh man, how about that? Okay, does that work?
All right, the packs. Okay, Domo, we'll talk about the packs.
Back to the pack. Listen, after all the kerfuffle today, Domo's like, I really need Scopely to take my money. God bless it, Scopely. Please let me spend money on something. Okay. So Eddie,
somebody asked what we thought the best primes would be.
I haven't even researched all of them. There's a lot in here.
Right?
I don't even know. Excuse me. Still eating my bibimbap, but it's cold now.
Well, go look at the coaxial particle in either stfc.space or game or something.
All right, coaxial. Prime coaxial particle. Prime armadas. Wait.
Ooh.
Wait. This is not Armada Refinery. This is second start.
Yes, or more. Because remember, multiple tiers is multiple.
Yeah,
extra
this
starts.
is third start and fourth start. Oh my gosh, guys. Listen, I love my second start. I only have 2 starts, and I love it. I love it. I don't know if there's value in 4. I mean, there could be. There could be. I use the crap out of my 2 starts. I don't know if I have the coordination to do more than that. Okay, to be honest with you, maybe a third one. 4 is probably too much. MJ says 3 is good for solo formatas. Actually, alas, you can't start 2 legs. But if you're running, if you've got a coordinated group, MJ, yes, you can do that because you've got a 10-minute timer that's stuck. But you can't start all 3 legs yourself. That being said, I love my 2 Armada starts. I love.
They saved the day.
My 2 Armada
Everyone
starts.
needs 2, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
What about the Prime for Discovery Warp? Is that a part of this little package?
Mm-hmm. Prime Valor. That's the Prime. These over here. Here, Prime Orbit Medallions.
Well, there you go.
No.
Oh, is it not?
That's not the Disco Warp.
Oh, crap.
No, that one's like 8 different primes though. So go look that one up.
Prime Orbit Medallion. There you go. I thought it was Disco. I'm sorry, guys. That's my fault. Prime Cutting Beam. Ooh, that's a good one. Prime Cutting Beam. That's a good one. Ship parts. I don't refine anymore, so I mean, I guess that could help you a little bit. Station efficiency for materials, never necessarily a bad thing. Resources, nice. I've got that one.
But those station efficiencies are only available for that generation.
Correct.
So, not good.
Yeah. Prime critical damage floor, not necessarily a bad thing. Sorry, I thought Disco Warp Range was in there. That's my fault. Sorry, guys.
No.
My bad.
It's the one that looks like a shooting star.
The Prime Critical Evasion
Sorry,
is
Jules.
pretty good, particularly when it comes to players, but also know that it affects hostiles and armadas. So if you are getting 0 damage critical shots from a hostile armada, but then you lower their critical chance, well, then you're going to actually see an increase in damage you're going to receive.
Prime Valor is Prime Discovery Warp Range. Prime Valor Emblem. And what was this one that we were just looking at? What's it called? Prime Orbit Medallion.
Orbit Medallion.
Goodness gracious, so many.
And Prime Valor is not an option.
Yeah.
In this list.
What a shame.
Oh, I'm in the wrong place.
9 minutes on dailies. 9 minutes on
Again,
dailies.
I'm not going to necessarily say that that's a horrible thing because Prime Orbit Medallion is also now available in Alliance tournaments. So you can get Disco Range out of Prime or out of Alliance tournaments, which is starting tomorrow. But we don't want another tournament. It's too soon.
What? We've been over this. We've been over this.
And no incursion.
Free is free, but we don't want it.
So here's the ones that are not available free to play. Multidimensional particle, which is the construction speed. Prime coaxial particle, your Armada starts. Prime Q sigil, which I don't remember exactly what those ones are. Prime ship isolytic damage particle, which we determined were 15% on each ship type.
Prime sigil?
Yeah.
Spell it for me.
The Borg sigil.
Yeah, the sigil ones I think are also in the mirror tree.
Prime Q sigil, SIGIL. That is the Terran Arena sigil, claim, the rare opportunity chests that gets cheaper to do those chests, and then Prime Liquid Trillium Refinery just makes it basically doubles the amount that you get and halves the cost to make that loop a little bit easier. I don't think there's value there. Depends how much you actually participate in arenas, gives you value there. And if you really care about rare trips, or if you're having an issue with rare trips, there is the Prime that is there. Each of them costing 1,000, so you'd only have to use one of these. I think some of the hard part, these multi-tier primes, they may cost 1,700 in total. So there could be a loss of like 300 or something that just kind of sits there in your inventory forever.
Yeah.
Aw,
So,
my junker's still baby and it doesn't kill my freebooters yet. I was like, oh, how close did I get? Oh my God, look, it's so close, Jules. Oh man, I can't believe I couldn't last just like 10,000 more
2
hull.
more minutes.
Let's see. How much? 36 million hull off a freebooter. God bless it.
Oh no.
What are you going to do?
well, seems intentional.
Embarrassing.
Probably. All right, we got to do dailies here real quick. Just a second. I'm going to finish my dailies. Can you do more research for extra damage? No, I think I'm capped at this point. I got to tier up. I'm tier 10 on this thing. I think I need to go to 11. Then 11 will be able to do it, I'm sure. Let's see. Yeah, I'm tier 10. If I get to T11, then I'll be able to do it. Alas. Well, yeah, Broken Wolf, that's what I just said. I'm only at tier 10. Your tier 12 has no issue with them. Well, yeah, look, I mean, how close was I? I was only 36 million away. So, tier 11 will probably do it. I'm just not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. All right, cool. Daily
Someday.
Stuff. Someday. One of these days. Missed it by that much. MJ says, that's value to me. All 3 primes for $50. I mean, honestly, when they told me about this, they briefed me on this. I think I told you it was June 16th. Let me go back and look.
Mm-hmm. That's what you said, yes.
I gave it super thumbs up. All right. Now, obviously, I didn't get to see the values. As a matter of fact, what I saw were all placeholders. It showed choice, bundle, pop title, currency 1, currency 2, currency 3. They were just showing me the mechanics of how it worked. I praised it. I said, holy smokes, this is phenomenal. I said, it's the shopping cart pack. About daggone time. I'm very excited about this. Pick your own contents. We've asked for that for years. Better part of half a decade. Okay? Which is kind of crazy when you say it like that. All right. But yeah, it's absolutely a phenomenal piece of build your own pack tech that we've been asking for a very, very long time. Dragon Keeper said, is there a build your own ship pack? So we've got officers, specialty building materials, prime particles, and then research dusts. So it doesn't look like there's one for ship stuff yet. But again, I think that this is a technology that that is very good, and I'm sure that with the proper motivation, it will continue. Again, this is just one of those things, Griff, we got to be a little bit careful about. Obviously, emotions are high. People are upset about the implementation problem that happened today, and rightfully so. Okay? Absolutely rightfully so. But at the same time,
don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. This is a good thing.
Exactly. We shouldn't overlook what they tried to do here. And human error aside, that what they did here with the philosophy of this pack and the tech is phenomenal. It's something that we've asked for a long time. So I am happy with what they tried to do with it. I hate that, like most things, we got a bad taste in our mouth from how it launched, but it ultimately is actually a very, very good thing. So Divine says, I'm so irate, I didn't even see it. See, that's where I think, listen, there's way more than 41 people that are being vocal about this. That's because they're jelly beans. They're jelly beans, okay? And for the record, I'm with you. I am jealous. I would have bought it, all right? I'm jealous, especially because I love the mechanic. I love ATAs. I would have absolutely gotten in on that. So, you know, I am jelly beans about it. But, you know, hey, like somebody said earlier, doorbuster sale. You were the 1 millionth customer. Congratulations. You got a free hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Isn't that what it was? You're the 1 millionth customer. You get a free car.
And now don't you regret letting that person in front of you when you open the door for them?
Oh,
yeah. Oof. Yeah. Oh, good morning,
Big
sir.
time.
Here, come on in. Right after you. See?
After you.
After you. All the more reason to trip somebody to get in the store first. All right. That's right. Free plus tax. Oh, so. Anywho.
The buildings pack, I have the $50 ones. So the building one seems to have somewhere between a $50 pack and a $100 pack for each individual building for the choices. So, like, I looked up the War Room emblems.
Let's see if I can find mine. Here it is.
And yeah.
So DTI.
So in there.
Quantum, diodes, that's Treasury, War Room. So a lot of good currencies in here. You're saying that each one of these is roughly about half of what the $100 pack would be.
It's a little bit over what the $50 pack is, so yes.
Okay. So in other words, you're still looking at a ballpark of $150 worth of currency for $50.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because I've got the $49 pack as well. I agree, pal. I hope they handle the situation properly as well. I'm in their ear about it. And again, you know, everybody's all irate and emotional about it. The frontline people we've talked to today have been very, very understanding. They have been very communicative with me. They understand my points. I believe that they're advocating for what I've asked for. But it's none of our decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes way, way higher than any of us.
Yeah.
So. But the people that I've been talking to have handled today with class and grace. All right. I just hope that leadership will allow them to continue being classy and graceful. We shall see. Check the rare cores again. Happy to. What? What did you want me to check?
That was in the one that got pulled. So the rare cores were in the one that got pulled.
What, rare tactical cores?
Yeah, or is that in this one? All the way at the end. Oh,
I'm going.
This is the other thing. I can't scroll that
Ooh, rare tac cores, guys.
Oh, that's a good amount too. Look at that.
Oh my God, that's
a big amount.
That's like all of them, right?
That's all. No, I don't think it's all of them, but that is a lot.
600K and 600K.
Uh-oh.
That might be another little oopsie. Buy it now.
No. I mean, maybe.
Buy it now. Upgrade your thing.
You better, because I'm reporting it. If that's what you
to
want,
level
you better
50.
do it. I'm reporting it. I don't want this to happen again tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah. That shouldn't be 600 and 600. Probably 660.
You guys, you only need 193,000 to max.
Then why are they giving us 600? Exactly.
Yeah.
But you also have to be able to spend it all because they could claw back.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You don't need them.
I'm buying them anyways. Too good of a deal.
Okay.
Well, the good news is dailies just reset, so you have a lot of time with lag before anyone can purchase the pack.
Perfect. Yeah, that's right. Listen, no one's going to be able to do Jack Diddley squat for the next 6 minutes. And by the way, they are watching right now. They literally just DM'd me. Oh my god, that's what I just got.
Boo boo.
Oh my.
Oh my god, that's not a good message to receive.
Oh, and it's already down. Pack deactivated. Checking now.
What?
I said I don't want this to happen tomorrow. Do? I said don't F this up is what I said. They're watching. Oh They're watching. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. They're watching. They're literally here right now.
I'm so glad I bought it before you told on us all.
They're literally watching. Okay.
I think I bought this.
Way to ruin it for everybody.
No. If anything, I'm saving you guys headaches. Okay. If anything, I am saving you heartache and sorrow. All right, that's right. You do not want to be in the boat of another freaking clawback, okay?
I am so positive.
Oh,
I'm full of positive energy.
You can't even spend it all.
But you can try.
If I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? Oh, my God. Oh.
Yay, bugs.
Oh, you're not kidding. That pack is gone.
Yes, I told you. He said pack deactivated. I'm checking it now. Oh DJ, my God.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me. No, you don't get to do that to me, people. You do not get to do that to me. I am trying to protect you. Okay?
I tried to help you. I told you to click buy. I even hit the cash register.
That's
go
right.
Buy it.
Griffiths told you to go buy it. Carissa says, this one is even funnier. How long did it take for anyone to notice this one? 12 hours.
That was actually
That's big one right there. That's impressively
at like
large.
11:05.
Do what?
Like it was people put it in your Discord right after reset this morning.
13 hours then.
No, like people noticed that right away too.
Okay, yeah, so it's been out for 13 hours. 12 hours. It's 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you meant it took them 13 hours to notice. No, it took them 5 minutes to notice. That was screenshotted in your Discord right after reset.
Well, then Scopely should be paying closer attention to my Discord as well. I mean,
clearly.
Listen, my people are the best. You know what? My people are the best. You guys are the flipping best. You're the best of the best of the best, sir.
We weren't gonna tell them.
That you guys are the men in black. All right, because we're the best of the best of the best of the best, sir. That's what you guys are. You guys are the best. That's good, right?
Munch.
Nom nom nom. With honors. That's funny anyway.
I'm loud,
Everyone who saw it was already done with that building. Nobody needs rare cores.
Yeah. Well, waste not, want not, I always say.
Oh. That's the real metric. Packet says, how many of those 41 are in this community? I received DMs from probably 10 or 12 of you.
There you go.
So at least maybe a third.
The rest are too busy clicking research buttons.
Right? They had their hands full.
Yeah.
So also remember, these packs are not just for G6. Like there's people like, I don't need that. Who needs those? The thing is, if you're G3, G4, G5, and you're going through a lot of that content faster, you don't have the time to accumulate all of the tactical cores you might need to be able to progress through G5. So younger players on younger servers are going to need those currencies.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm reading chat.
Brizinger
Wolf just said, wait, STFC watches the second best content creator, and Cal DeVille says, yeah, they watch this one too. That's hilarious. Oh,
I like it.
That's funny. That's funny stuff right there. Oh, man. Checking web store. Domo says it's still up. Well, let's see. Where is my web store? Here it is. The pack is back already. Did they fix it? What did they do to it? Let's find out.
Okay. Wait, if they fixed that one, they can fix the other one that had good value for other stuff too.
I don't see it in my store, guys. I see particle and I see officers. Building one ain't there.
Same.
Yeah, you guys are probably looking at a cached version. It's probably not there. If you try to buy it, it's probably not going to be there.
Yeah, I say this pack is no longer there or whatever.
Yeah, and he did told me that it's gone. It's in the game store. Well, that again, same thing. That's going to be a cache scenario. It's probably not actually there. I'll go in and I'll try to buy it, but it's not going to work. I'll try.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Actually, mine's not in game either. Yeah, you guys are looking at a cache
No,
copy.
mine's not in game.
Yeah, mine's gone too. It's gone. It's gone, 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 gone. Gone. Oh. Well, there you go. Are you guys fighting over who the number 3 STFC content creator is? Listen, I don't need that top spot. I'm firmly comfortable in the number 10 to 12 spot.
Yeah, me too.
I'm firmly comfortable.
We aim for honorable mention.
Yeah,
that's the T-shirt for Candy White to make.
He's getting the greatest.
Who is third? Not me. Okay, ain't me. Like, listen, if I finish like a solid 12, I'm good. I'm good, Monkey Man. Oh, it's funny. Benny Hill says, so DJs, this, oh my God, listen, you're just like Griffin. This is how you know you have a problem, Benny Hill. So DJs, what pack is still available to buy?
Oh man,
that's so funny.
That's a good one.
What is still available for me to put money into? I mean, my God, I've got money and I want to spend it. What am I? Let's see. What's in the officer pack?
Let me introduce you to Paradise Grills, Tampa, Florida, for all your outdoor barbecue needs.
While they're futzing with packs, can we ask them to put Sigma ATA speedups in the tickets and teams pack in the weekly thing? Because that would be fantastic.
I'm pretty sure people touching packs right now just want to be drunk. Okay,
no,
which one is it?
About
tickets and teams.
Scopely. So, yeah, that could use some Sigma ATA speedups in there for G6.
Cruzito said it's too soon right now. Yeah, that might be a thing. Oh, I will raise it up here. I'll screenshot it. Screenshotting.
Thank you. Well, they're listening. I was hoping
they are listening. Well, I don't know if they are at this moment. Right now, they're probably in a group chat or conference call about the second of the 4 packs that were entered mathematically incorrectly. So they're probably
they're a little busy.
Yeah.
They're shitting bricks. Is that what you're saying? Unlike you?
Listen, at this point,
should we check the other 2? Has anyone checked the other two?
Let's check the others just to make sure there's nothing wrong in these two. Well, the prime ones, we checked those. Those are all right. Those are all the current. Oh, look, there's 10,000 prime particles. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Great. I'm joking. That was a joke. Bad joke.
Is Spectre going to get his wish today and someone's going to get fired?
Who's wishing for somebody to get fired?
Spectre.
No, he always says someone should have got fired for this.
Oh, nobody. I am never, me personally, I'll never advocate for somebody to lose their livelihood. But there's definitely training opportunities here, right? All right. There's definitely learnings that can be had, but I'll never advocate for people to lose their livelihood. Yeah, opportunities for improvement. All right. This is a coachable scenario. All right. Yeah. Oh, a process. You know what, Burton? You're absolutely right. This is not a person problem. It's a process problem. And I would agree with that 1,000%. This is, sorry, my foot is itching. That's why I'm leaning over. This is absolutely a process failure. This is, you can say QA, but it's not probably a person's fault. Like, this is just a whole, checks and balances process. Okay. Yeah. I agree with you 100%. You're right. All right. There's definite learning opportunities here. Regarding the officers, no, those look balanced. 19 shards. And on the primes, they all look balanced as well. So I don't see any problem there. It's a decimal place twice. Yeah, I know. I mean, details, but details matter.
If they can send
details
an object into the moon because they get kilometers instead of miles, Scopely can make a few mistakes on a couple of decimals. They're not NASA.
Correct.
Well, who did that?
NASA.
Who did kilometers instead of miles? I don't know that story.
They're actually. Where's Putz?
I did read. I'll be honest with you. I have not read much about it. I haven't seen much about it, but just in a sidebar conversation, what happened to Spaceship? Did they lose the whole thing? The whole thing blew up.
What?
SpaceX
the one that
lost,
blew up on the pad?
Yeah, a week or 10 days ago. They lost the whole project.
Yeah.
That
okay.
was
Elon
wild.
said oops, and then he
said it was just a scratch. But I mean, wasn't that the Starship? Ooh, that seems like a big setback. Yeah, that was a big boom. I mean, regardless of what your issues are, that's a setback for humanity. I don't care what your positions are on Elon or SpaceX or Tesla or politics or any of that. That's a setback for humanity. And science right there was Starship's rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that's really sad and disappointing. So they have more ships. I know, but I mean that's still a setback. Texas got
DJs. You don't have to worry. It's like they said in Contact. Why build one when you could build two for twice the price?
Yeah, I know. I get it. Texas guy said that's actually the third one that's been lost. Is it really? Okay, I didn't know that. Well, but I mean, still.
This one was unmanned, I think. So no.
Anything blowing up is not a good thing. Game Junior said, "Is this choice pack the DJ's pack?" Yeah, sure. Except I'm not getting paid for it. All right. This is the pack I asked for 2 years ago. I'm just not getting paid for it.
Well, that's okay, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. Speaking of paying me, Tarpy has come up with an incredible plan for July. So originally, Griffin, the original plan was for us to have our second 24-hour stream in July, like we did last year.
Yeah.
That's not going to work now. Because 4th of July weekend, nobody's going to want to do that.
No.
And then I'm on vacation with my family in Hilton Head for the 12th through the 19th. And
suck it up and bring a laptop with you.
I actually am. I am going to do a stream from there. We'll do a show from the beach. I think that'll be fun. but not doing a 24-hour stream. Okay, that would.
And then we have Comic-Con.
And then Comic-Con on the 26th. So that's all 4 weekends of July. So a 24-hour stream in July is not going to work out. So Tarpy came up with the absolutely brilliant idea of setting up a game of UltimatDJz plays bingos. Bingos? Is that how you're pronouncing it, Tarpy? What did you call them? Bingos?
Well,
bingos?
Well, I mean, it's just bingo, and then I didn't even think you read that line about the
I love
play
the
on
name.
words.
Oh, I love the play on words. All right. Yeah, she is setting up a bingo card. Wolfwood said, can we get a refund for that 24-hour stream? Sorry, no refunds.
We already clawed it away.
Yeah, I've already clawed back 20 of those hours. Okay. Anyway, no, she has come up with a brilliant idea, which is monthly goals in bingo squares that we will check off throughout the month. All right. Now, I'm still working on details. We only had this meeting today, and it was brilliant. And I did start working on it right away, Tarpy, because it was such a brilliant idea. I started working on it right away. It was so good. So good.
It was right before the pack thing happened, so it's like you've had other things on your mind.
We were working on this, and then all of a sudden 911 happens, and I had to stop. But I've already filled out probably half of the bingo card. The way that this is going to work is that we're going to put our financial goals for the month of July into bingo squares. All right? Instead of like the bars up here at the top and, all this other stuff, we're going to do our financial goals in bingo squares. And when you guys hit a bingo, then Tarpy is going to work on the stream goals. So just like we had the stream goals of like, what was it, 1,300 subs to go to Tampa and get a Brazilian wax that I don't want to talk about.
Great video.
It was a good video. It was a really good video. I watched it back with Oliver. He cackled. He was screaming, laughing about it.
That's funny.
He was like, I can't believe it. Even in the last scene, he was like, Dad, I can see your butt.
Yeah, why did you take your pants off?
Why did you let me sit in your chair bare-assed? I mean, that's...
Oh.
I mean, just...
Well, that's out of the dry... That chair's out of the dry cleaner right now, so...
Wait, what did you say?
I said the chair's out of the dry cleaner right now.
Oh, anyway...
More bingo, less ass.
More bingo.
Said no one ever.
So anyway, I'm trying to find the screenshot of what I'm looking for here. Hang on a second.
We don't want a screenshot of your ass.
No, I wasn't going to give you a screenshot of my ass. It's not what I was trying to screenshot. I was looking for the for the stream goals card that you made. Here it is. All right, I'm gonna pin this.
What?
This is the one from the first 24-hour cruise. It's not. So this is what I was wanting to show you guys. So this thing, right? Like she made goals for the number of subs, right? Instead, for the month of July, we're not going to do total numbers of subs for the bingo squares. It's going to be number of bingos. So on a traditional...
Well, how do you get a bingo?
By checking off the squares with the financial goals.
How do you check off the squares?
I'm still writing them. It's not July yet. All right, but like, for example, one of them would be dropping a 50 sub community bomb. Right, like dropping a 50 bomb or dropping a 100 bomb or earning 150,000 bits cumulative, funding a throne item, hitting a level 15 hype train, whatever. I've got to fill a card with 24 stream goals. Okay, or 24 objectives.
But instead of a linear thermometer that goes from bottom to top, these are randomized on a bingo card?
Correct. That's right. So we've got all 24 of these goals going to be in bingo squares. And then when you get a bingo, like vertical, horizontal, or diagonal, Tarpy, you're also doing four corners, right? You're doing 4 corners.
Yeah.
So you got to think, you've got 5 vertical bingos, 5 horizontal bingos, 2 diagonal bingos, That's 12. And then 4 corners bingo. That's 13 possible bingos. All right. Plus, that's right, Broken Wolf, plus blackout. Okay. You fill the entire card. So Tarpy is writing, how are we going to have the whole card top the Brazilian, says Blaze. Well, Tarpy's working on it. She has elected to not share some of these goals with me. I have insisted that I get to look at the goals, and she told me to basically sit down and shut the F up. So
Omicron says that we should call the game Straw Bingo.
No.
I like that.
Straw Bingo? Ooh, that is a good idea. Straw Bingo.
Your favorite flavor.
I do. I like it.
I love how you guys
What?
didn't see what Asheville Knight said I should put on the background of the card.
Find images from the cat ball calendar to put on the bingo card. Nice. Yeah, Asheville. She's pretty much told me just to sit down and shut up, and she'll do what she wants with my body. That's which.
Well, that's
I
a
did not
clipper.
say that.
That's in not so many words. That's what you said. Okay.
Jesus, man.
So anyway,
Just take a turn.
in not so many words, that's what she said. So anyway, sorry, Strider. My bad, okay? Sorry for you to find out this way. No, just kidding. Yeah, how many women have ever said that to me? Exactly 0. Up through today, by the way. Tarpy didn't actually say that. So, anywho, the the bingo goals. The bingo goals are not going to be set up with cumulative sub goals like this. It's going to be based on the number of bingos. So you also got to think strategically. If you look at the card, depending on what goal you're looking at, you could do one task and actually get and finish 2 bingos. And actually, if it's a corner spot, Tarpy, then it could, in theory, contribute towards 3 bingos. You see what I'm saying? It can contribute towards a vertical, a horizontal, and a diagonal. And the 4 corners. Oh, my God, it'd be 4. So that one's going to have a little bit higher value. So anyway, the card is going to be set up with number of bingos, 1 through 13, and then a full card. And yes, Strider, everyone is going to see the card. The card will be public. Once I'm done with it, then I'll publish the card. The card will have financial goals. Now, the first thing I thought of today, Tarpy, as I was filling this thing out was at first reaction, at first glance, it looks very expensive. But you also have to think a lot of them stack on top of each other. Like if we do a 50 bomb for gift subs, that's going towards the overall sub goal because there's also a sub goal on there. So the same actions are going to feed multiple squares as well. So I don't want anyone to think, oh my God, he's trying to raise 10 grand. That's not how it's going to work. Not each square is going to be individually monetized. Dropping gift subs, for example, is actually going to contribute towards like 3 different squares. All right, so
maybe there could be a box where somebody gets you to open a package filled of exploding penis confetti.
That is really specific.
Oh, it was great the first time.
Anyway, that's right, Mimi. It would feed a hype train, and there's a hype train goal on there as well. So, yeah, that's how it looks. So when I first looked at this, I was like, oh, my God, that looks really expensive. But they're not individual squares in that each one will be individually earned. Like almost every action you guys take is going to feed multiple squares. So I did look through the whole thing. And if anybody I'm not afraid to say this because I've always been upfront with you guys about the finances of this show. If you guys fully, completely black out the card, the total revenue from the card is only $6,500. And obviously that's part of the cruise thing. And we're going to be giving money back because Tarpy's trying to convince me to give you guys a bunch of money for the full blackout of the card. So we're still working on the finances piece. I got to figure out how much we still got to pay on the cruise part of it and all that stuff. But if you guys fully black the whole thing out, it's $6,500. Now, I will mention that it's taking the place of a 24-hour stream, and we've got all month to hit the goals. So, you got to remember, just the hourly goals on a 24-hour stream, Griffin, was $2,300. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't think the card is wildly out of balance. I'm still working on it. But I think for a month of goals, it'll be pretty fair. All right.
Does the cruise promotion end in July?
Yeah, July 31st is the end.
Well, there you go.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna happen. We've got to finish it up this month. And because of the travel schedule, then Tarpy came up with this beautiful idea of the bingo card, and it will last all 31 days. So even if we don't have a great night one night, then we can pick it up and we'll have the team of moderators will be keeping me accountable. We're all going to share the same card. So that way, if something gets checked off, we're going to date it. We're going to timestamp it. Like, it's all going to be completely official. That way, there's no question. And we'll all be keeping track of it. But, so the bingo card is looking good. I started on it today. I'll try to finish it up in the next day or two. And, again, keep in mind that it's going to be an entire month worth of goals. And I'm trying to balance it. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm trying to build it based off what I think we would do in a 24-hour stream. That's the balance. Except it's going to be a lot easier because it's based on 30 days and not a 24-hour stream. So
it is cumulative.
Yeah, it's cumulative. So it's going to be a lot easier to hit. So,
no, you sickos. I don't have a story to share about the weekend.
No.
Somebody sent DJz a box.
You guys
one
don't
day,
remember
and that's
that?
why he doesn't open boxes in front of Oliver anymore.
Penis. No, they weren't penis confetti. Actually, there were penises in there, but it was sperm confetti.
Yes, there were.
Yeah.
Sperm
right
confetti.
after my divorce.
Excuse me, I stand corrected.
Sorry, right after my divorce. I think it was Corey Raines. I'm pretty sure it was Corey.
Yeah.
Sent me a glitter bomb, and the glitter was shaped like sperms and penises. And I opened it in my kitchen. And it exploded everywhere. I mean, literally for a year, I was finding sperm-shaped confetti in my kitchen. All right. I had people over. And they were like, what's this? All right. So, anyway.
I'm not saying that out loud.
Strider says, are we going to redeem the stream goals in a 24-hour show in August or September? That was not my plan. But again, that is all stuff that Tarpy may consider when she's looking at these goals. There's going to be a total of 14 goals.
I haven't completely come up with things yet, mostly because
we just had the idea today.
I do need to run some of them past you. Yeah.
Yeah, we just came up with the idea today, so there's still work to be done. But we've only got 5 days to get the game ready, and it will be ready. We'll have the game ready within 5 days, especially since we only worked on it for probably an hour or two today. But, that's the idea. So.
And, I'm open to ideas from chat. If there's, some stream goals that you have seen.
Yeah, like Chubby Bunny.
Other streamers.
Chubby Bunny.
Yeah, no. Gross. Disgusting.
I'm so glad that I don't have to do that here. She fundamentally doesn't like Chubby Bunny, so I'm not going to have to do it. It's great.
I can just not be there that day.
You're going to be there.
Away.
You're going to be there.
Oh,
that's
no.
right. Just fill up Tarpy's DMs. It's completely fine. Hey, real quick, breaking news.
I was going to say DM matters.
breaking news. I got breaking news.
Oh, time for the breaking news with UltimatDJz.
The specialty building material pack has been corrected and restored. This was a confirmation of another balancing error. There will be no clawbacks because there were only 13 of you who bought it. So anyway, the pack is corrected and is already back online. There you go.
Right. It's all the way down to 22,000 instead of 600,000.
All right. By the way, can I just say thank you for being present? Thank you for watching and listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a part of our community as well. I know that sounds kind of silly, but thank you very much. That was a quick, easy fix. By the way, it's the exact right thing to do. 13 people benefited from it. Very small, inconsequential number. You're going to let it roll. I think you should do the same for 41 as you did for 13.
I completely agree. The precedent has been set.
No, we're not going to say that. I'm not going to try to trick anybody into that, but I'm just saying that is the exact right thing that should happen.
That was the right thing to do.
That is the exact right thing that should happen. Thank you. You fixed the pack. Anybody who buys it moving forward has the correct amount. Anybody who benefited from it, They got a windfall. All right. So there you go. Texas guy says that's BS. Why is that BS?
Oh,
why is that BS? That's not BS. That's what should happen. It's what should happen. Hang on.
Very
All right.
studious face.
No, I was just typing. I was trying to concentrate. Texas guy said it's BS that they can fix it in an hour at 11 p.m. Well, first of all, this is my guy. Okay. This is my guy. All right. And we're on stream and like direct line of communication. All right. And honestly, Broken Wolf is probably right because of the financial outroar of the piece. Broken Wolf is exactly right. Let's not pretend that Rare Tac Cores has the same type of financial impact to Scopely as Pioneer's Crest. That's brand new content.
Not at all.
It's brand new content. You know what I'm saying? So that there is a little bit of a difference in there.
That is apples and pomegranates for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one literally breaks a brand new feature. So, but I understand your sentiment, Texas guy, but let's count our blessings, right? Like, they did fix this one. They're doing the right thing with it. It's not feature ending, and this is the right thing to do. So I'm glad that they fixed it. This is one thing that I don't have to worry about tomorrow. Just check the box, and we don't have to worry about it tomorrow. All right? So it's good. I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You get a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Proactive work then.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good move. So, yeah. Surprised they don't free up Rare Tech Cores to move people up in ops. Well, 13 people did.
Yeah.
You know what else is kind of weird, though, to be honest with you? Truthfully, Tarpy, 13. Only 13 people bought Rare Tech Cores. Is that really then? We could have a whole conversation on that. We could have a whole conversation on the 41 people that bought the other pack in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have a whole conversation.
So the scroll bar is a mistake. I think that people don't even know they can scroll and don't know everything that's in there.
Yeah.
And those last options are hard to get to on the web store. Like, there are some of them I literally cannot scroll to.
Yeah. I actually noticed that on the PC version. I wasn't able to get let's see, where is it? Nope, not that one. I've lost my my actual store window. Here it is. When I look,
it was literally why I didn't end up buying the planetary crests, was because I couldn't scroll far enough to click on them.
Well, that encounter feels right. I didn't see it coming at Ops 57 that I needed more Rare Tac Cores until I couldn't upgrade to 58 without them. So
yeah, see, look, this is what Tarpy's talking about right here. You can't scroll down anymore. Like, you can't see if there was anything underneath it. There's no more scrolling.
Interface bug.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
I don't think I like how squishy
Like,
the screen looks.
Idea. I love the idea. I just want to keep saying that. As much as this whole thing sucked, the idea was good.
Mobile had it, Crizito.
I hope they keep it.
Mobile had it, right? Yeah, mobile's got these packs. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I like the screen being as squishy as it is. I think we'll have to stretch it back out.
What are you talking about?
I don't like look on the website. It makes it look all squishy.
What website?
If I look at the screen and where I shrunk the desk share, and I'm on here, and the aspect ratio is all wrong. It's not about zooming out. It's we shrunk it. We shrunk it.
You love.
I see no problem with that whatsoever.
I do not like being squishy.
Hi, Jules.
Hi, Jules.
You're not squishy.
I'm not squishy.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway.
You're kind of squishy.
Hi, Quazel. How are you? I'm not squishy.
You're kind of squishy.
All right. Is there anything else? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Oh, you know,
we're gonna do tournaments, but let's do that not today.
Okay. What time is
I mean,
it? Oh my God, it's almost 1 o'clock.
12:35.
You gotta go to bed. It's supposed to be a short show, and here we are 3 hours again.
It was going to be putts.
Well,
and
that's your
targets.
fault for being MIA until 9:40 at night.
I know. That's my fault.
A real quick shout out for Alliance tournaments. There is a syndicate, a SLB that awards syndicate that ends tomorrow, and then one that ends the next day. And scoring high enough on that, you probably can get the syndicate task done free to play, depending on your syndicate level. But yeah, 2 days in a row.
There you go. Cool. Mimi says, fact check, Tarpy. Tournaments are actually today. Yeah, it is actually already today, isn't it?
Indeed.
Your time zone, not mine.
Ha! How about that, Mimi? How about that?
Suck on that, you dumb baby.
Zero G's. For God's sakes. He said, we still didn't get to talk about Lorca. I know.
Who the hell is Lorca?
Oh,
Never heard of him.
gosh. Why are there so many clips? Oh, my God. There's so many clips. Let's listen to some of these clips real quick before we go.
Oh, great.
Yeah, there's a lot of clips over in the Discord. Let's see what these are.
Energy Welch's Grape is designed for anyone looking to stay energized, focused, and refreshed throughout the day. Ghost Energy, taste the spirit, fuel the legend.
You've got
and get that damn turtle off my face. What is wrong with you people?
You got a little humpy turtle in your face.
me because I wanted
You know
more
what?
balls.
There, take your Ghost Energy. Stupid turtle.
Thank you guys for that. Let's see. This one says
hilarious.
Griffin gets hummed by turtles. Let's see what this is.
Why do I keep getting a humping turtle? I'm trying to help everybody around here, and I just get humped by turtles.
Oh, that actually is a great sound clip. That one's quiet. Good sound clip there. Let's see what else we've got over here.
Terrible.
Oh no. Anyway,
More bingo, less ass.
More
said
bingo.
no one ever.
There's another. Let's see what else we got
Asheville,
here.
she's pretty much told me just to sit down and shut up, and she'll do what she wants with my body. That's which.
Yep.
You guys make the best clips. This is great. Thank you guys very much. It's good stuff. Great clips here. That's not from tonight. Okay.
Broken Wolf for the gifted sub.
That was not from tonight. Broken Wolf, thank you for dropping a gifted sub to Zero G's. Also Lost in dropping 2 more gifted subs, getting us back to. Wait, why are the counters not on this screen? Oh, they are. I moved them. Yeah, they're at the bottom now. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, back up to 8 bonus streams now. There you go.
Never gonna happen.
Yeah, no, we're gonna make it up. We're gonna have to. Last night we did a bonus stream, but you guys earned another one tonight. Listen, eventually we'll
5 hours. I didn't even know you went on.
Yeah. What did we do last night? I don't remember. Oh, I think I just played the game.
Yeah.
I think I just
Hashtag no invite. Whatever.
No, it wasn't that. I was trying to be respectful of your time, and I knew you had family stuff going on, and so I was just trying to be.
Are you kidding? Any excuse to come up here and hide is great for me.
You mean down in the bunker?
Yeah, in the bunker. That's what I said.
Yeah, down there. Divine says you built your studio. Actually, surprisingly enough, it all went back together I thought I was going to have problems and have to rebuild the studio, but it went very smooth. It's almost as though, Griffin, we're getting very, very comfortable moving our studio around. Oh, man.
You didn't even need to bring your Roadcaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, as requested, there it is. You guys can clip it if you would like. This is the list of all primes, what they do, their location, and everything based on what is available in this in-app purchase. He also correlated that with the free-to-play list at the bottom of the screen. Blue Meanie says, wow, yeah, there you go. That is a quick, beautiful turnaround by the one and only Jules Verne.
Put that in the graphics room.
Absolutely. Here you go. A complete breakdown of every Prime that is available in the $50 pack. And do, of course, keep in mind that you now have choice 3 of these for the $50 that they are asking. All right. So, again, listen, all snafus aside today, this right here just further reinforces how good of an idea this actually was. All right.
Yeah.
This was a great idea. It's a great pack. It's great value. They made a mistake. So there you go. Jules Verne, that's beautiful, man. Thank you very much. Anything that you'd like to call out here? When you were going through, is there anything that you'd like to draw attention to here?
Well, you actually technically can choose 1,000 of some of these currencies. So like I'm just going to use the Prime Orb medallions. There are several of them that are 200 or 500. So you can actually select multiple of those.
Yeah.
And get more than 3 done in theory. But I would not choose any of the free-to-play accessibles unless you're right on the very edge. I would choose the not accessible free-to-play versions. Of these.
And what you're referring to here
speed.
are you're saying that the Prime Orbit Medallion, Prime Particle Key, Omega Particle, and Prime Cosmic Particle are all available in the pack, but these already have sourcing, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. The Prime Particle Key, Omega, and Prime Cosmic Particle are all from Alliance tournaments, which you'll get in the store tomorrow. Prime Orbit Medallion, there is a few different sources for that. The top section here is all the ones that you cannot get free to play right now. And of those, I mean, I would probably say Prime Construction Speed is the biggest thing for G6 players. You should absolutely get that if that's if you're a pack spender. That is definitely going to be a really good value for you. We've been talking about how long it takes the Eviscerator and the NSA Protector and Vindicator. Like those things are famously slow to upgrade. So there is efficiency. Just the first level gives you 30%. Doesn't sound like a lot, but can really shorten your lifespan of upgrading those ships. Things to not do: the Prime Vindicator Fleet Commander acquisition, because all it does is it doubles the Fleet Commander shards you get in there. That is terrible.
Yeah, it's a very just short-term return on that one.
So bad.
Yeah.
Yes. Has a cap, does not work. Does not really change much for most players. So that one I would say absolutely avoid.
Okay, beautiful stuff there. Guru said, is it a net 30? Well, given the fact that there's no other researches for it, no. It's going to be a base 30, but there's no other researches, so it's not really watered down. So that's probably going to get you a net of what, roughly 15% then, Jules? 30% efficient. Yeah, so it'd be a net of 15%. And if you did all 3 levels of it, that'd give you a net of 25%. Because it'd be 50% of base, and it's going to get you a net 25. Okay. Mimi says, listen, in fairness, Jules, that Prime also does double the number of Lorca and Sloan skill points. It's not just the shards. Is that accurate? So it also doubles the skill points, so there could be a little remaining value in that Prime. I still don't know if it's something I would recommend. But Mimi says it's also doubling the skill points.
The text of it says Fleet Commander Acquisition Rewards.
Oh, well, that would be skill points then. Yeah.
Yep. I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Fleet Commander Acquisition to me felt like that was the actual acquisition.
Fleet Commander Shards. Yeah. I think the name of the bundle is Fleet Commander Acquisition. That's actually the name of that bundle is Fleet Commander Acquisition.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so there is skill points available in there as well. Again, not too shoddy, Jules, for a 10-minute job. Nice job, buddy.
That's right.
Pretty damn good. Okay. There you guys go. The chart guy. All right, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. Leon says, how many levels will 1K of the temporal ones get you? I would imagine these are 1,000 a piece, aren't they, Jules? 1,000 per level. Oh yeah,
That's
right
correct.
here. Yeah, right here. Look, it shows the subtotal right here. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So total 5 over here, but over here is the line item cost for each of these. Okay.
Can
there you go.
somebody with the $20 version of the pack tell me how many of the particles you get in each one? I'm just curious. I can't see it.
Yeah, I can't either. I've got the $50 pack. Are there multiple versions of this? How many versions
Which
are
version
there?
do you have?
I mean, what do you have, Griffin? Do you have a $50 pack? There might just be the $50.
I only have the $50.
And he's a super whale, so I bet there's only one version of this. Does anybody have anything cheaper than a $50 pack?
Strider has 50.
Okay, Broken Wolf says there are multiple. Well, all right. See, whales. You whales.
What do you mean?
Our entire
that's
community
how I
has
knew
the
the-
maximum. Everybody in our chat has the maximum level.
Well, you know.
Nobody has the free one?
$50 packs for those. No, because there were $20 packs. Like, I knew that we had... Maple Butter told me there were different price points for the...
All right. Mimi
planetary
says,
crest earlier.
I actually have 10 for the others, but the Prime one is 50. So on the Prime version, there's only one version, which is 50, but the others scale.
But I wouldn't have known there were different numbers of planetary crests if there was only one pack level.
Yeah, you're right. But you're right, because they are saying that the other ones scale, but the Prime one is just $50. Okay. All right, very good. All right. Any other questions?
That's good. Yeah.
Any other questions? Because I'm going to have to go. It's late and my stomach hurts again. I'm having more cramps.
Oh no. Time to make a poopy.
Yeah. I agreed to that blindly without even realizing what he said when I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Got to go poop."
Well, it's fair. We all shit, sir.
Everybody
It's okay.
poops. Everybody poops. Especially when you eat
sometimes
really bad leftovers.
Oh, well, you know. Probably too much Crisco in that dish.
I'm telling you, man. Tore me up. I still feel terrible. All right. Well, then let's hit it. Let me press some music and yeah, that feels good. That's right. Drinking.
Just want to
Griffin
say
drinks pea
thank
water.
you again for coming out over the weekend and visiting, DJs. Had a great time.
Dude, thank you. That was so much fun. I am going to have to come back out. I know it's not in our nature to get together and not want to work because we make magic when we're together. But I truly want to find a time just to come down for a couple of days just to hang with the fam.
Just to chill?
Just to chill. It really was. Despite all the work we did, it was still such a relaxing time. You have a beautiful home. It was resort quality relaxation. Even though we worked so much, it was so good. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me into your home.
It's my pleasure. I can't
So
wait
much
to
fun.
have you back. And yes, when we chill,
Next
then,
time, bring your own chair.
The girlfriend will actually hang out.
Yeah, I apparently owe you a chair. No, he's getting that one dry cleaned. It's fine. By the way, guys, our hotel and our flights have officially been booked for San Diego Comic-Con. It's done. We did it, Tarpy. So, game on. And I know who my guest will be. Progress was made. Progress was made. All right. San Diego Comic-Con just got a lot more fun. All right. Yeah. So if you guys are in the neighborhood, oh, by the way, also just want to point out, I got a press pass.
Did you print it yourself? Because it doesn't count. You're going to get arrested.
No.
Press pass?
I got one. They only gave me one. I got one San Diego Comic-Con press pass. So the way I figure is that Griffin and I will just share it. Like I'll go do something for a little bit and he can relax, and then he can go do something for a little bit and relax. They gave me one, but I got one. How impressive. All y'all told me we wouldn't get into Comic-Con. Guess what? We're in. We're in. All right. Texas guy says they don't transfer, so ours is a press pass. We are allowed to do that. I just have to put everybody's name who could use it on a list. Mine is a press pass. It's different than a normal pass. All right. I can see it now. I'm gonna lose you to the Hall H line. Where did DJs go? I haven't seen him for 2 days. Oh, he's in the Hall H line for the big Marvel release. Yeah, that was the first question I asked when they said it was a press. I said, I asked if it was possible to get 2 for my partner, and they said, no, we've only got 1. But they did say that we could rotate them the way it's not a normal pass. It's an actual press pass, and it can be for anybody who's there to shoot film or whatever. So, Scribbler knows what it is. Your pick is not on a press pass. This is an actual press pass. They gave us 1. But, that's actually awesome. Really, truthfully, that's awesome. Everything came together today. All right. So we've got our guests. We've got our hotel. We've got our party. We've got our flights. We've got our press pass. Ladies and gentlemen, we should probably have never lost faith. San Diego Comic-Con is officially on its way. That is coming up in just a couple of weeks. All right. There you go. Scribbler says, DM me if I need advice. Oh, I absolutely will. I'm sure that there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to want to try to figure out. So, Lostin says, I had faith of the heart in you. There you go. Did I ever get my envelope of cash? No. But all the contracts and everything were signed. Everything has been good. Literally, we're done. It is. Boom. Scribbler's going to be there at San Diego Comic-Con. Well, I smell a party. Anywhere Scribbler is, it's going to be a party. Let's go!
Karaoke time.
Oh, yeah, girl. Let's go. Gonna be fun. All right, guys, there you go. So if you were on the fence about making plans, you no longer need to be on said fence. Plans are moving ahead as we had hoped that they would. There you go. All right?
Yay.
Gonna be a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you. Sorry for the late start. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and having a good time with us here tonight. Let's hop on over and see who is doing a little more STFC today. Looks like our girl Cree is online. So let's go say hello to Miss Cree. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. I will not see you tomorrow.
Everybody.
We'll be back Thursday. Thursday, by the way, will just be a stream, not a pod. We are officially between the arcs. So we are not podding on Thursday. We will stream. It might even be a different game, but it's a regularly scheduled night, so it won't be a bonus night, but it will not be a pod. It'll just be a stream on Thursday, okay? Zoidberg says Schedule 1. Very possible. People have been dying for me to play this Expedition 33 game, too, so we're going to look. We'll see what we got, but anywho. Thursday night, we'll see you back here, all right? Thank you, Griffin. Love you, buddy. Tarpy, thank you. Matters, Putz, Karkin. Appreciate all you guys. We will see ya on the next one. Good night, everybody.
Good night.